Welcome, everyone. I hope you could hear me all right. Is my audio sound good today?
It's all right, man.
It's all good. It's all good.
Better than last time.
How do I sound, guys?
Great on your new mic. I got my Black Adam shirt to represent The Rock. I got it on clearance, and it happens to be The Rock's
there's a
birthday.
reason why.
I stand with The Rock. I stand with The Rock. I'm not going to listen to all the noise out there. I think he's has a great work ethic. I'm not going to believe it until it comes from the Rock's mouth, or if he just stays champion. People's champion. Yes. So how are you guys doing today? We got Brian, Taladia, Chris, and Bruce.
Yo.
Work ethic. Hey, did I miss something? I've been busy the past few days. Did I miss something? Did someone say The Rock had a bad work ethic?
There was a big article, yeah.
That came out last week.
The Rock.
Yeah, it shows he goes up weight.
Like the busiest man on the planet has a bad work ethic.
That's the thing. They said he's working out and he gets this late and he holds people up. I don't know.
According to Hollywood standards,
it was also said that he shows up late so the crew can qualify for health insurance.
Well, that's part they said it as like a joke. I actually qualified for health insurance because he did that.
I didn't know anything about that article, but I've been kind of.
Well, I also want to perp. This is a response to him because he starts making me question the reason that I have a bias against Warner Brothers, even before the Snyder stuff, is if anyone ever watched an old HBO show called Entourage.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff in there was talking about how kind of nasty some of the executives are at Warner Brothers. And they did even a whole storyline of similar to Harvey Weinstein before it was exposed. So a lot of the Hollywood that I get is not from the anti-SJWs. It's not even from what they did to Zach or David Ayer or some other thing. The reason I have this, I do have a bias against Warner Brothers and the executives there and how they're kind of nasty towards some of their talent is just based on that show alone. If anyone, I watched that whole series back in the day. It's a really good show. And I didn't necessarily believe everything until the Harvey Weinstein thing. I'm like, wow, they had a whole storyline here. And they had some stuff about Aquaman too. So that's where mine comes from.
What? You just made that up?
No. Entourage.
Okay.
You ever see that show?
No.
Well, then how do you know that you're going to?
No, I'm talking about all the couple of years I've been watching you on your stream. You have never said that.
I have mentioned Entourage before about the Harvey Weinstein thing. Yeah, they covered.
I thought your biggest gripe with WB has always been they never followed through.
That too.
So I don't know what this whole Entourage argument
that too. From. But I mean, that's why I don't trust the executives there. If you're just getting here, please thumbs up the video. Perp.
You called down the thunder.
I didn't mean to invoke your name for you to pop in, but okay, Perp. How's it
Let
going?
me get this straight because of
God, you're just gonna fight me about this
because you saw Mac Wabag's show.
Yes, and then I'm like, wow. So I started to believe more that I've seen from Entourage once Harvey Weinstein got.
So what exactly do you believe?
That executives
from Entourage?
It could be a little salty if you don't do goodbye then kiss their butt and you don't.
Let me tell you something.
You don't deliver for them. They kind of throw you under the bus.
I did most of my meetings and all that stuff in Hollywood post Weinstein shit.
Yes,
and let me tell you, executives got terrified of doing anything. It's a whole new ball game.
So your experience covers everything and everyone. Okay.
It covers more than Entourage. Yes.
And I was going to reply back to what Max.
I'm glad you had a great experience.
He believes in Joe Henry, and that's a joke, by the way.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's cover the big news here. WB Paramount CEO Brian Robbins can kick rocks for all. Whoa. Who's Brian Robbins? I don't even know who that is, George.
Did he just step down as CEO?
I think someone did.
You don't even know who that is, and you're calling out all these executives. You don't even know names.
He's one of
it's first time I've seen George.
Schneider's friend. He was part of Schneider's friend. He's part of Nickelodeon.
You never heard of like rumors that Hollywood's got a nasty business with the executives and stuff?
Sure, cutthroat business like any
yes,
other
exactly.
It's like any other big business when you're dealing with the big
things get things can get nasty. That's all. I'm not I don't have any proof.
Any corporate,
not for nothing. Every part of business, every job, there's always some cutthroat, backstabbing.
Right.
In law enforcement, it's pretty bad. People trying
on YouTube. There's lots of cutthroats and backstabbers.
Just for an example, one of the storylines was them trying to make Aquaman.
Fighting over 20 people.
And then
20 viewers.
Small time YouTube, it's like that.
And then listen to this: the star of Aquaman. Now, this didn't happen with Jason Momoa, but consider the other wanted more or something for the sequel, and the Warner Brothers executives got mad at him, and they tried to badmouth him all over the business.
What?
And then they they got rid of him.
Where'd you get that from? Article link, please.
It's in Entourage. What do you mean an article link?
That's
a storyline in Entourage.
Happened in a show.
So a talent wanted more money, after the success of the first one. They didn't like that. They badmouthed him. They tried to throw him under the bus for the sequel. Okay. You don't have to believe me. Whatever. I'm saying that's where I got it from. But let's talk about the big news.
What do you mean believe you?
I mean, I hear your doubts.
You saw it from a show. You saw it in a show, a make-believe. I'm supposed to believe
but a lot of that stuff hit too close to home for Hollywood. Yes, it was a groundbreaking show.
Oh my god! What do you mean it hit too close to home? Didn't that show win Emmys? Didn't Hollywood award it?
Yes. Okay, they awarded it, but I think some of the storylines were pretty accurate parodies.
All they took from here or there. There's
okay, so because other things came true from there.
Now you got the viewers believing this actually happened. Look at this.
No, they're not mad at Jason Momoa. No, Jason Momoa's no. The star. Audience. This was before Aquaman was even made.
What?
This fictional
Aquaman too.
This was the fictional Aquaman actor when they were always trying to make Aquaman. They finally did it. Never mind. Man. Never mind.
I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about. That's
what makes it funny, Chris. I do too.
The kid was fun. They were trying to make an Aquaman show for like 5 seasons, and he finally got the part, and they were going to make the movie. Jeremy Piven's was great in that show.
Yeah.
And I think Hollywood is no different than any other place when it comes to sneak dissing. I think that if you got Easter eggs and little, you're paying homage to something, you also got people putting in their art a sneak diss at another executive, or hey, this is what really happened. It ain't no different than like Drake and Kendrick Lamar.
You guys want a history factoid about sneak diss with Orson Welles? Do you guys know what Rosebud, the ending of Citizen Kane?
No.
Okay, so Rosebud actually, dude. Okay, so there was a politician that Orson Welles was fighting at the time. There was like a public dispute. Okay, and it was known that this politician had like, I don't know if it was affairs or with his wife. I don't know the story, but apparently this politician would call his mistress or wife's special private parts Rosebud. He would call it Rosebud. So he invited that politician to the premiere just to give him that big first line, Rosebud. Huge rumor. Huge iconic urban legend.
Also,
the politician.
Citizen Kane, super overrated.
I've never really watched it.
I don't know.
Yeah, no, it really the cinematography is not overrated.
I think I've seen parts of it, but I've never really watched it.
It's about this news icon, this fucking newspaper icon. It's I don't know.
Yeah, by the way, guys, I just saw that Zendaya tennis movie, and it is incredible. It was really good. It was like the last 15 minutes was like incredible. It was like cinema. There's no other way to describe it. It was incredible. I highly recommend it. I'm not into sports movies, so if you guys like that, watch it.
Well, I'm into sports movies. I don't know about all the other stuff in there, though.
Oh man, it's so good.
We go.
So
now
the prude.
I'm not. I'm like, okay. Is it? That's just a small scene that they're
there doesn't
promoting,
happen
right?
to be a male anatomy in it, does there? Like,
there's a
flaccid.
I don't
flaccid,
you see that in sports movies. You didn't see that in Any Given Sunday.
I
you don't see that in the locker room scenes in a lot of sports movies. Same thing.
Is it more focused on the the sports in her career, or is there a lot to do with the relationship?
It's a mix. It's a mix. It's all done in the format of one major tennis match, right? And you see the tennis match from like it's sort of set up in the first 20 minutes, and you're seeing the tennis match, and the movie goes back and forth of why this tennis match is so important. And the filming of the tennis match was incredible.
She like? I don't even want to say because you're going to get mad at me if I get this plot piece wrong from the trailer. Doesn't she like say which one he's going to wow me more, and that's who I'm going to take on as your coach? What if to these guys?
Yeah.
That's kind of messed with the power dynamic there, and
well, I think it's
she's known as a star. Yeah,
it's also an allegory for toxic relationships.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, she doesn't look like a good guy in this movie.
Is it
okay that a bad
that a woman does that because a man would do that to women? That would be bad too, right?
Yeah. There's a lot.
I didn't know how that played. I just didn't. I saw the trailer.
It's some of the most interesting character work. I think it's one of the best written movies, and I know a lot of people here. I hear it all the time. You're all about good stories. You just want a good story. This was a great story with very fascinating characters.
No, they want good stories in superhero movies.
Oh,
I like sports movies. This seemed more than just a sports.
They gotta start being specific, Brucifer, when they say, "I just want a good story."
Yes, because a good friend of mine keeps saying they want good story,
and then they don't go
tell them to watch good stories.
They can never explain what it means.
I don't have time to watch that.
The last sports movie that I really enjoyed was the one with Will Smith. I watched after the slap. I was gonna watch it before the slap, and I was like, King Richard. About the Serena Williams.
Was amazing.
Yeah, that's a great movie.
Did they have good tennis scenes?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. I want to see the difference because
it's a really good movie. I didn't see it right away when I was going.
It won an Academy Award.
No, I know. I saw it after he won the award. I was just like, I was debating whether I wanted to watch anything with Will Smith. You know how I went through that phase right after. And then I've kind of like, Voltaire's not going to support Will Smith at all. I'm like, okay, but you're right.
It's amazing what Venus and Serena's father sacrificed and did for their careers growing up.
I also really respect him. Do you know what he was not? He was really upset with Will Smith after that, and he's like, "This is how you win for our lot, representing our lives, and then you do something like that. Don't combine because of his speech. He was." Her father, he was not happy with Will Smith's speech. From what I read in an article somewhere, he did not like how he tried to, downplay what he did. He was not happy with that. Okay, so what's the main news today?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know?
Sony buying Paramount.
Is it official? Like it's definitely done, or
they made an offer of $26 billion.
Yeah. Cash, I think. I think they said cash.
Texas T.
Wait, I thought Sony was broke. Going bankrupt.
Yeah, I thought they went woke.
Not,
like
Vince says it's not official.
No.
King Richard was good. Please, everyone on the panel, remember to thumbs up the video too, because not everyone on the panel remembers. We are YouTube exclusive.
Well,
We're
based
not
on
doing
your
Twitter
performance, I will give a thumbs up or thumbs down after the stream.
After, see Perp is extremely quiet right now because they know he does. He's like one of those you got to earn it. Do you know?
I literally just gave you a like right now.
Oh, thank you.
You didn't earn
shit.
Same
here. Okay. I've done the same.
But it really helps your friends at the beginning because it pushes the live stream at the beginning. When it's at the end, it's not going to help as much. It
literally should be like 17.
So you know, if I watch your stream, I thumbs it up. Everyone.
You actually watch one of my streams.
You don't watch my streams. That's why
I even thumbs it up. I don't watch the stream. I say, hey, what's up? I leave a like, and then I go if I'm busy or something. I don't mean to, but I'm a busy man.
You're a very busy man.
All right. So Sony and Apollo send letter expressing interest in $26 billion Paramount buyout as company mulls Skydance bid. A Skydance consortium could hear from Paramount special committee on a recommendation of next steps as soon as Thursday, according to people familiar with the matter. Is that why you picked that icon, Bruce, with the mouse going, uh-oh? I'm not going to be the biggest mouse in town anymore. I'm sorry, I don't do good impressions. Sorry.
That's pretty good.
I don't. Voltaire's not here. Voltaire does the impressions.
I subconsciously.
I thought it was funny. Twice.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
There you go. That was a good one. Perp.
I could do Goofy really good, but just to laugh.
Yeah.
What the
Hello, Shaggy.
It's like choking water. It's the sound of.
But
Goofy.
was that the intention of the icon change, Bruce, or was I just reading too much into it?
You're reading way too much into it.
I thought you were going next time.
We're really in a pickle now. Oh!
Yeah, they should actually really be in a pickle about the Universal, with all the news about Universal Studios and Nintendo. Oh my goodness, that's gonna big competition.
I don't know if the FCC is gonna approve this
for this.
Yeah, I don't know.
Why? They could point to precedent with Disney and Fox. This is
huge
big.
Monopoly.
Well, I don't know. There's other. They did. Come on. Do we really play this game, or are they going to approve it? When there's money to be had, they approve it. Everyone's like, "Oh, I don't know." But Microsoft got Activision and Blizzard. Disney got Fox, and everything else it got. Yeah, they say the monopoly laws, but they have the best lawyers on it. It's if
they could also
Paramount wants to be bought, it's going to happen. What?
They could have a don't go to jail card in monopoly law. If you have a don't go to jail, then they wouldn't go to jail.
Okay. Thank you for that.
It's monopoly law.
Yeah. But I mean, who here thinks that this is not, if Paramount wants to be bought for this, are they going to stop it with like, wait a second, that might be too big? I don't think so.
Man, Paramount is spending so much money on the marketing of Quiet Place, that new one. I see that trailer every single time, every single movie.
Well, it's got Lupita Nyong'o in it.
I know.
And it's also got who's that?
I'm just getting spammed with that trailer left and right. Dude.
What was the actor with her? I can't remember. There was another good actor with her too.
No, Digimon.
Oh yeah.
I
always butcher his name.
I was like, the last time I watched it.
I'm just calling.
He was in Rebel Moon, dude.
I'm just gonna call him Slow Motion Farmer. That's what I'm calling him.
Dude, no, you know what? I'm actually that guy is an Academy Award nominee. He's an Academy Award nominee, and he's always getting third tier guy.
No. That dude, listen, you don't understand. I love that.
He needs to be a star. He needs to be a star. He's always like the third guy in a team. He's always like the guy over there.
That dude crushes it in everything.
And he's never a lead.
He made
that guy a lead part, bro.
Well, now he does. Quiet Place.
His first movie,
that's true.
Was like Homicide or some shit.
He's earned this.
Like that was his first movie.
Him being always on the left.
He's King Titus. What do you mean, slow motion farmer, Chris? It's King Titus.
Well, I don't know how to say his name. I always butcher it. And I see it, and I love him in everything he's
in.
Dude,
that guy could have been lying the whole time. By the way, in Rebel Moon, they could have found that dude just in the Coliseum. He's just a homeless dude, and he's just lying the whole time.
Okay.
Well, I really liked him in Gran Turismo.
I did not really want to see another Quiet Place movie, and I saw the prequel, and then it didn't even click with me the first time. But do you ever watch a trailer for like the third time? I was waiting for a movie to start. I was like, this looks good, and it's based on the Lupita Nyong'o in Slow Motion Farmer's performance, King Titus in the trailer. He really sold it for me. Then I'm like, now I want to see this movie.
How did he sell it for you? You told her to be quiet. That's it.
It's him. I'm telling you, man. Everything I've ever seen him in.
The way the trailer went.
Okay. Everything.
When Lupita was going around, it was good scene.
I know. I'm just so tired of that trailer, man. Please come out. And that thing's coming out in June.
I've only seen it like 3 times.
We got a whole freaking month. I'm going to see that trailer in every freaking movie. Stop it.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, do you think that I was going to try to ask can you guys answer the panel? Are they going to stop this because Monopoly, or are you kind of on my opinion?
Do not
pass where this stuff always goes through. They are always like, I don't know. I think it's money to be made. They'll go through.
I don't know why they would stop it if they let everybody else do it.
Yeah, the one that they tried to stop the most was Microsoft, but that was in
but I have a question, and I'm not being contrarian. That's other people's jobs around here. That's not
my job. Don't steal.
I just talk shit. But I'm really want, like, how is Sony buying Paramount change anything when it comes to cinema for us?
Okay, that's a good question.
Like what? How does this affect our life?
Paramount's owned by a Japanese company.
They'll push.
That's
for
gonna change
Star
cinema,
Trek.
dog.
I don't know.
Oh yeah, that's true. Japanese companies, entertainment wise, they tend to be more ruthless with.
Shit, technically, this could get stopped because of that.
You think?
Yeah. Technically, right? Isn't there laws against that? Like, why was TikTok banned?
Well, that was
Oh,
China. China's a communist country.
I mean, it doesn't matter. The foreign businesses like owning, like buying.
I don't think
know
there's
about that.
hardcore to stop unless it's like a communist country.
I think that's where the Apollo might come in, right? Is it Apollo and Sony? What's Apollo? Can we look that up? Is that like an American subsidiary or something that they work with?
That's a good question, Crystal. Like, what does it change for us, for the industry, for movies?
Like what? How's it? Like when Fox got bought by Disney. Okay, X-Men are going to make it to the MCU now. All right, now we know what's coming for cinema because of that merger. But Sony buying Paramount, what does that mean? We get to see like Spider-Man with G.I. Joe, like
possibly.
Apollo is like an investment fund.
Is it an American investment fund?
One of the Legendary's owners.
Okay, so they're British. Isn't Legendary British?
I don't know.
So lost. All right, well, whatever.
And Sony bought Columbia 35 years ago?
Wow.
Whoa.
Yeah, there's a lot. Look, Blue Jay's backing me up. There's a law about a foreign company like Sony buying an American company like Paramount. I think there's something there. Like that's why Apollo. I think through Apollo, or I don't know how it's done, or maybe it's the American subsidiary of Sony could do it.
Mm-hmm. Jacob doesn't see it going through.
He could be wrong. No, there's something weird. I don't know.
Might be wrong. I thought that was for strictly countries that we have like some issues with, and there's like, what do they do when there's a conflict in the war? They do like tariffs and.
Yeah, but they also have systems where it's like they don't want to make it that if we do get into conflict with countries, that shit goes down like that. So they kind of stop it.
No. I think it's going to go through. Anthony says, I see Skydance getting Paramount, then Sony. A Japanese company is trying to buy U.S. Steel and it's under investigation. Okay, maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
When they say investigation, that it could to be greenlit. Like they have like standards and stuff, and they could actually go fine. Then they get bought.
All right.
They already bought Columbia Pictures. Columbia Records.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, it's not like they haven't bought American companies before.
They own a car company. They own one of our American car companies. I can't remember which one.
Well, here it says some Paramount investors have clamored for the board to engage with Apollo and Sony rather than take the Skydance deal because all common shareholders would get a premium for their shares.
You know, and not to mention all the American gaming studios they own.
Yeah.
All those Paramount franchises get awesome games now. Think about that. We get a Maverick game now. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
I would like there was
another Transformer. Oh god, hell yeah. With G.I. Joe.
Yeah.
We get a G.I. Joe game.
Like let me read just a little bit more of this because people say I don't read articles. I don't know where they get that from, but
you're supposed to read the article before you do it.
Wow. What's the fun in that? Sony Pictures and private equity firm Apollo Global Management have sent a letter to the Paramount Global Board expressing interest in acquiring the company for $26 billion, according to people familiar with the matter. The expression of formal interest comes as David Ellis and Skydance Media, backed by private equity firms Redbird Capital and KKR, awaits word from Paramount Special Committee on whether the panel will recommend its bid to acquire the company. Skydance Media hasn't heard anything from the special committee yet, though it's expected to find out the special committee's recommendation on next moves as early as Thursday. So we should probably know something by the end of the week with all this movement, right? Okay, I'm for it. I don't know. People want Skydance over Sony. I know Anthony in the chat is not a fan of Sony. They have been doing some good things though lately. What have they been doing good? What's besides this?
Your favorite new movie, Anyone But You?
No, that was Sony.
That was Sony.
Oh wait, cancel.
They still make phones. They still make TVs.
Madam Web is
video
coming out on
games.
Netflix. Expect big numbers. Rebel Moon.
Sony isn't just movies. So
I do think Madam Web's going to do good on digital because of
Yeah.
Sydney Sweeney.
Well, Netflix. Yeah, I bet you it gets number 1 on Netflix.
I think a lot of boyfriends were like, well, let's watch this on date night on Netflix.
You just stole an
and chill.
SNL joke, and you should feel dirty for it. Okay.
I didn't even watch that SNL. I got at least but I don't want Sony to destroy everything that Paramount has, just like they did the Spider-Man spin-off movies. I feel you, Anthony. I think Madam Web was
What a
better.
hot take.
Wait, what was that movie?
Wow.
I think it was better. I think it was a decent movie. It was fun.
That's a hot take, Max.
No, I thought it was a fun movie. I actually watched Spider-Man the animated series 90s with the Secret Wars, and they had Madam Web in it, and I was like, it's hard to make
better
this
in the
character
movie.
Cool. It's hard to make this character cool in live action. Like, I don't know how they're going to do that.
They did it.
With. Well, I don't think she's cool, but she's not as lame as the cartoon version now. You know. But our pal Chris actually had a great topic. Since
Really?
we're talking, yes, he did.
Yay.
I don't know if I would call that all I did was say I said cool, now we can get a Mission Impossible Transformers spin like crossover. That's all. But
Okay.
that gave you the idea.
Well,
We
yes.
tried.
What kind of crossover do you want to see now if the Sony and Paramount merger happens?
Bro, picture it. Ethan Hunt, instead of Shia LaBeouf screaming Optimus real loud like that, that would be awesome. Right? Like Tom Cruise is screaming it but he's running when he's screaming it because Tom Cruise runs in everything.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I would watch.
I think
I would
Blue
watch
Jays.
that.
Blue Jays half right. We got Bad Boys. That's Sony, right? All right. So we
Yeah.
got to mix
Yeah.
Bad Boys with Face Off from Paramount. All right. Give Marcus Brunette and Mike Lowry change face.
What could we mix with Star Trek? Because I know
And it's a
that'll
tribute
make
to the
Brian
first
really happy, or he doesn't even care about Star Trek anymore. So what can we mix with Star Trek?
Let me look
And
at really
that makes
bad
me not
Sony
want
rank.
Star Trek even more.
Men in Black.
Scream. We put Ghostface on the Enterprise.
Stop. Just stop.
What?
Star Trek is a serious show.
I'm
No,
in
no,
the
no, 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 no.
holodeck.
Star Trek.
I'm in
was
the
a
holodeck.
serious show. Now I don't know. I still enjoy it, but I'm not like super.
Men in
like,
Black and Star Trek.
Yeah.
Star Trek at 21 Jump Street.
Oh no, you can mix Star Trek with Starship Troopers.
Wait, they own Starship Troopers?
Paramount.
They
Oh,
need
so they
to-
could have done that already. Actually, I'm an
See,
Yeah, they
idiot.
could've did
see
it
the
already.
thing
They've
is,
already mixed it with Star Wars and ruined it. I don't need that, okay? God damn.
I still
We're
want
talking about
Star
something
Trek
else?
4.
Oh no, Starship Troopers
Change the
is Sony.
subject. Change the subject.
I want Starship Troopers to come back. It's just that they have
man.
made sequels to Starship
How
Troopers.
about you mix Star Trek with Adam Sandler's
We
Pixels?
talk about what's next.
Adam Sandler's Pixels
there
with
was
Star
only
Trek.
ever-
Think
leave
about
Star
it. You
Trek
pixelate.
there
You
was-
would love
I
the
thought
Pixels.
There was only ever one good Star Trek Troopers movie, the first one. Everything after that was awful.
All right.
Star Trek mixed with Will Smith's After Earth. Sony. After Earth.
Okay.
God damn it.
Joe, would if Sony mixes with if Sony buys Paramount,
Star Trek with Paul W. Anderson's Resident Evil.
what
franchise.
would you like to? What crossover would you like to see?
I don't know.
Star Trek and Elysium.
But if I don't know that I'd really necessarily want to see a crossover, but none
I
come
do.
to mind. I mean,
Star Trek and Ultraviolet or Attack Force.
Star Trek Impossible. Yeah.
Mission Trek.
Mission track. Ooh, I'd like that too.
Apple Orange.
I'm
Teenage
Banana.
Wait, they only
Um,
do they do Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles too?
Yeah.
Do they have that?
Oh, why don't we
Yeah,
throw them in a
Paramount
Star
has-
Trek movie? What the hell? Might as well.
I wouldn't
Ninjas
mind
in
seeing-
space.
How about if Star Trek goes down to Earth and it's the Fifth Element?
well,
Star Trek-
there's a crossover
Oh.
for you. The Ninja Turtles and Spider-Man. You can do
We've
the.
already had Tyler Perry and Star Trek.
That would be
before.
amazing.
Might as well
Wait
go
a
full
second, Joe. Across the Spider-Verse on TMNT Mutant Mayhem have similar art style too. Oh my god.
Yeah, you could do that.
Oh,
And then
that
and
would
then
be cool.
Sony could bring in the Resident Evil CGI movies.
Yeah.
CGI movies, Resident Evil.
Okay, come here.
Who, me? I can't go over there. Oh.
Well, I'll put you down while you're taking care of family stuff. Okay, that will never happen.
What about Star Trek meets Chappie?
How about G.I. Joe and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? That's never happened.
I think I would really like Spider-Man to hang out with the turtles. That would be the most fun ever.
What about the Ghostbusters?
Ghostbusters and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
Yeah.
That could be it. That could be cool.
Well, Mean Girls and Ghostbusters.
Mean Girls
Mean Girls are the
would be pretty
Ghostbusters.
sick, man. I think
It
they
is
should
a
mix Mean
musical.
Girl with Priest.
Ah,
I'm just hoping it doesn't. I don't know. I'm of mixed feelings. I would hate to see this happen.
You would not like this to happen. Okay, go ahead.
I mean, like, here's the deal. Right now, the two big offers on the table are Skydance and Sony. Well, I don't like the idea of Sony getting Paramount because that takes one less major studio off the table. We've already lost Fox. I don't want to see just two more studios merge and then we have less competition and less venues out there, quite frankly. So that bothers me. But at the same time, I also don't really want Skydance to get Paramount because they're the idiots that fired Melissa Barrera. It's like I don't I don't like them. I don't like Skydance. So it's like I don't know. I'm very mixed.
You said Sony was doing some good stuff.
They are doing some good stuff, and I'd like them to.
But
keep
he
doing
liked
their
them because
good stuff.
they were the ace factor, and they were always there to shaking things up between the two major studios of Warner Brothers and Disney. Is that Sony was there to be the third man to make sure that it was sort of like a keep all competition high.
Yeah, and
That's why I
right
like
now, Sony is probably my favorite studio in Hollywood because they are committed more so than anyone else to the theatrical experience. They don't have a streamer.
true.
It's the number one reason Quentin Tarantino said he was going to. I mean, obviously the movie critics off the table now, but it's the number one reason he said he was leaning towards, what do you call it, Sony for his last movie. Because he knew it would get a full theatrical release and there wouldn't be like a let's rush it to streaming component. So yeah, I love what Sony's doing, but I would like to see other studios follow Sony's lead, not see Sony eat up other studios.
Okay.
But now they could
Well-
cross over Ghostbusters with the Escape Room series, Joe. Have you thought of it that way?
Not really.
Brian,
I
did
thought
you see these? I
escape
didn't know
rooms were
these existed.
universal, weren't they?
Escape Room
Sure.
is Sony.
Sean let me know that these
From what
exist.
I'm gathering.
Brian, did
I could be wrong.
TMNT Star Trek crossover
Crossover.
figures?
Yeah, those are from the 90s.
Yeah, Escape Room is Columbia. I think
Oh,
that's
well,
it.
so is
Chief
the
Medical
Ghostbusters.
Officer
They don't need-
Raphael,
Don't need to do anything.
Yeah, you're right. I'm an idiot.
Captain Leonardo, First Officer Donatello.
Okay, it doesn't make it right.
Yeah,
love you,
those are
Brian.
crimes against God.
I
No.
have the Donatello as Spock from the new one. The new Donatello as Spock from Mutant Mayhem sitting on my desk at work. It's pretty cool.
Okay.
My
Well-
favorite studios are Troma and Angel Studios.
Mm.
Should James Gunn go back to Troma?
No, he's bringing
Yes,
Troma
yes,
into
yes,
the
yes,
no,
yes.
he's bringing Troma
Yes.
into WB, baby. Let's go.
well,
No.
there was even Star Trek Green Lantern crossover, Star Trek Planet of the Apes crossover.
Yeah, I know
comics.
that. I don't care.
Those are
It's all
fun.
Thank you. Okay, good. Great.
What is one crossover you will take, Brian?
Does it mean I have to like it? No.
Name
I'm good,
one you
bro.
would. There has to be one you like. Name one. Not one. Not
He's
one,
like,
Brian.
I'm trying to play my mechanic
Not one.
simulator.
You
Leave me
wouldn't
alone.
love
I'm
Picard talking
playing
to Miss
Fallout right
Fallout.
now, dude. I do not.
You wouldn't
care.
like Picard talking to Miss Fallout.
He's too much into the Fallout.
Quit trying to straw man me, motherfucker.
You wouldn't.
Whoa!
Like,
Whoa.
you wouldn't like set tasers to Deathclaw or whatever.
Oh, I'm sure, probably.
Demonetized.
We're always demonetized. What are you worried about?
Well, that's not a good thing.
God damn.
I have to make my 99 cents per stream. Okay, let's go. Let's have another topic. This was kind of interesting. I didn't see this coming. Is this the right move for Ryan Gosling? Why you say "oh God"? After
I don't
the
think
success,
anyone here would know what the right move for Ryan.
no, I
Gosling's
mean
career
he
should be.
made no, but before the success of Ken, he was doing like darker roles, like the
Driver.
Nice Guys and
Driver.
Nice Guys was a
and-
comedy role.
yeah, but it was
Yeah,
a little
Drive,
bit of a
not
darker
Drive.
Yeah, I
comedy,
wouldn't
you know.
exactly call that dark.
No, you know what I mean. But he was doing in Blade
Death
Runner
and
was just
Blood,
a
I
little
guess.
more, hunting down replicants and stuff. And
Well, I can tell you right now it's the right move because of the last part of the sentence for the sake of his family.
Aw.
that's true. Yes,
Yeah,
that is a
but
huge big factor.
You were gonna debate that, Max? Man,
No,
you were gonna debate this?
I wasn't gonna.
There's no debate.
I was just getting opinions. It's not like a debate. I was just. I would yes, whatever's great for you and your family personally. And stop it, Perp. You're just trying to get me all
I'm
worked
sorry.
up.
I'm sorry. You're right.
No.
Right.
Of course, family first, mental health first, absolutely. But I don't want to see him just do only this type of thing like he's doing with Ken and stuff. This is fun, but it's going to get very repetitive if he keeps taking roles like this too. Like I liked his variety of roles, I like this new side of Ryan Gosling, but it could potentially get stale if he just does the funny angle now. You know what I mean? Anyone feel what I'm putting down?
I think actors sometimes have these, I guess, runs where they do stuff.
Yeah.
And right now he wants to have a fun run, and I think that's fine. That's not to say later on, when his family is grown up or mature or whatever, he'll go back to where he could do what he wants to do, and it'll feel fresh then. Remember Liam Neeson suddenly became an action star in 2008.
I wish he would stop.
He was doing
I
action
wish he would
stuff,
do
but-
something.
Yeah, and now it's like he's done
now
like a run. He won't stop. Like
Well, now he's doing the Naked Gun. So there you
That's-
go.
yeah,
he's changing. He's doing a little more comedy now. Actually, I've seen him in some show spots and stuff. So you're right. He's changing it up a little bit now. They all have these runs. I don't know.
I'll tell you, I always like back in the 90s, I got really down on Tom Hanks because Tom Hanks until the early 90s, he was the comedy guy. He did all comedies throughout the 80s. We knew him from Bachelor Party and Big and Dragnet and just one comedy after another. And then I felt like it's like he did his first Oscar and he completely turned his back on comedy. Like you can't really name many Tom Hanks comedies after the 90s. So it's like, I don't know, these guys changed.
Well, he did romantic comedies.
That's true. He did those like rom-coms
Yeah.
with what's her name?
Those were hot. Meg Ryan.
Yeah.
Now he does like where he's the ship captain or a pilot or something. No, he's
And
doing
it's funny because these kids now, these like millennials, call him America's dad, and I'm like, America's dad. I think of him as like as the bad boy guy who's getting into scrapes. Like I think of like
Tom Hanks?
Bachelor Party Tom Hanks, and
Well, let's
Nicholas Cage, America's dad.
Let's get to his full quote here. I don't really take roles that are going to put me in some kind of dark place, Ryan Gosling said. This moment is what I feel like trying to read the room at home. And I feel like what is going to be best for all of us. The decisions I make for them. With wife Eva Mendes. Whoa. I didn't know he was married to Eva Mendes. And we make them with our family in mind first. The Fall Guy star added that La La Land was the first project he took with this new perspective. Okay. it was sort of like, oh, this will be fun for them too. Because even though they're not going to come to set, we're practicing piano every day, or we're dancing or we're singing, Gosling said. Their interest in Barbie and their disinterest in Ken was an inspiration. I thought they were already making little movies about their Barbies on the iPad when it happened. So the fact that it was going off to work to make one too, we just felt like we were aligned. Now I feel bad for questioning it all. That's great. He includes his family and his kids when he does movie roles to get excited for a project. I completely understand now, completely understand that you're married to Eva Mendes, you have great children, and you have a fun time getting into the role and getting them excited. And then they could see it. At least if they're not on set, they could see the results of your family preparing for these roles. That's cool. That's cool. Thoughts, anyone? Anyone?
Cool.
Cool.
He's married to
Cool.
Ava Mendes.
Yes.
That's cool.
I haven't seen her in anything lately.
Doesn't matter.
Well, so that was that. Anyone else have some stories?
Well, I do have one thing.
Okay.
I have literally tons.
Anyone
Tons
burp?
and one thing. All right, what do we got?
Okay, so
One
my
thing?
thing is
Tons.
No, I
one
want to go
thing-
with one thing first.
okay. So my
Okay.
one thing is that yesterday WB announced a VR game for MetaQuest 3, I believe, and it's
Okay.
going to be for another Batman Arkham game. And Roger Craig Smith is going to be voicing Batman in this.
Mm-hmm. That's
So-
great.
Yeah,
A new Arkham Batman game. People love those games. I know there's been some missteps for the community
Yeah.
reception on Gotham Knights and the Suicide Squad, and I just retweeted something that's pretty abysmal for active players on the Suicide Squad. It was like under 100
under 100 players
worldwide.
on Steam. Yeah.
Yeah.
Get that
So-
shit.
Well, the new you can't go wrong with Batman. The Batman. I know Joe's excited.
No,
Wonder
not
how it-
really.
I wonder
not
how
really.
I wonder how you play a
VR game.
a VR Batman game.
Dude, I played one VR Batman
Hey,
game.
Doctor
It was
Strange.
incredible. It was the Arkham thing.
VR.
When you're in the
The
Wayne
Batcave.
Manor and you have to press the freaking the piano and then it suits you up. I was
Yeah.
like laughing because it felt so cool. It was one of the coolest experiences I've had in a video game.
Well, it built from the people who are making this game is the people that made the Iron Man VR game. So that is the cool thing, and they have got a really good reputation for doing
Oh yeah,
VR.
that got good
games.
reviews.
Yeah, so
So, are you gonna pick up a Quest 3 to play this game?
unfortunately, I can't. It's over £200. You think I'm gonna? I've just spent a lot of
Max,
money on books
private
and
chat, Max?
everything.
Oh yeah. I'll bring yours up next. I looked on Joe Blow and there's some other stuff I really want to cover. We will get
Okay.
to you, Perk. We will get to you.
Oh man.
So let me. bring
Doctor
this up.
Strange. Doctor Strange says, "Sorry, Strange." Oh, I don't know why I call him Doctor Strange. The Strange Bob is
Yo, there was already a Batman VR game for the first PlayStation VR.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
just-
amazing.
It
It was
really?
amazing.
Yeah, I loved it.
I
That's what I
didn't-
was
I
just
never
talking
played
about.
it.
You press the piano and then it suits you up. You go down like the whole back cave, and it's
And you
just
get-
like it's very immersive
Well,
and
I
incredible.
want to publicly apologize for doubting this guy because
Yep.
he is popping up everywhere now.
Richard Jewell, baby, let's go.
Paul Walter Hauser continues taking every job in Hollywood by joining the cast of Marvel's Fantastic Four. I should not have underestimated this guy.
I know.
I just thought can I be real? Maybe he's just too good at his acting that I thought he's like similar to the role he plays on Cobra Kai. Everyone knows his Cobra Kai character, right, Chris? Everyone.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, he's coming back for Cobra Kai season 6, and they
Yeah,
just
but
announced it.
he was just cast as Chris Farley.
Yeah.
And he is also Inside Out 2. He's in some other roles. And now he's going to be in Fantastic Four. So I apologize.
Can't
I
stop.
should
Won't
not
stop.
underestimate people's talent. Maybe the other reason was he's with Josh Gad. I'm not a huge Josh Gad fan. I'm not on Enosh level, Josh Gad, but I'm still not a Josh Gad fan. Enosh really doesn't like Josh Gad.
Who the hell?
Enosh of Poindexter Lounge.
No, I mean, who is Josh Gad?
He was in Beauty and the Beast live action.
He's Olaf.
He's Olaf, yeah.
Oh, is he the guy? Was he in Pixels? It's the second time
I
I
don't remember
Pixels,
if he's in Pixels.
I don't understand how anyone doesn't like Josh Gad. He just seems like a likable guy.
Is he in Pixels, Crazy Joe?
I don't remember. I've only seen Pixels.
Oh, I know what I seen him in. He was in an Anne Hathaway, Jake Gyllenhaal movie, Love and Other Drugs. He was the little brother. Yeah.
Was he in Pixels?
I had never seen Pixels. I don't watch Adam Sandler's dog shit. I haven't watched Adam Sandler in a decade.
Yes.
Pixels wasn't that bad.
That's actually one of Adam Sandler's better movies.
I love him.
Mm-hmm.
I love Josh
Well,
Gad.
Anthony also says Paul Walter Hauser and Matt Shackman are connected by It's Always Sunny directing his episode from 2010. Cool.
Damn.
I do have to. The only time I only watched Always Sunny in Philadelphia a few times. Once with my family and they weren't feeling it, and then I watched at Joe's house and Joe was laughing hysterically and I was really getting into it. You know, that and Cheers. We watched Always Sunny in Philadelphia episode and a Cheers episode. And it was more fun watching with Joe because he gets all into it, you know. So I do want to go back to that series eventually. It's just that's one we sometimes watch sitcoms at the lake or something. I don't think my family would be good with that one, but I enjoyed it personally though. But yes, he's going to be in Fantastic Four. Let's see if there's anything here about. Probably, I have no idea what role he would be. Mole Man? Is he going to be a villain too, or is he going to be part of a hero?
He could be a side character scientist that they have to talk to.
Oh, he's also in the Naked Gun reboot with Liam Neeson, Pamela Anderson, and Kevin Durant. Okay.
Pamela Anderson's going to be in.
What? What's wrong?
I'm just wondering why she would be in a.
That is pretty. I think they should be nominated for the Oscars Best Ensemble Casting with Pam Anderson and Liam Neeson in a comedy.
I'm all for
That is
a
some
renaissance
stunt
of
casting.
Pamela Anderson.
Well, you know what? What's his name? Leslie Nielsen and Priscilla Presley. They were old when they did those movies.
Yeah.
So I guess I can.
No, I wasn't even commenting on the age thing. What I'm commenting on is like they seem like come from two different worlds. You know what I'm saying?
They do.
In terms of their acting and the stuff they've been in. You know.
Well, it's not known who Paul Walter Hauser will play in the Fantastic Four movie, but he will be joining a cast which includes Pedro Pascal. We know all this. Vanessa Kirby, Joseph Quinn, Human Torch, Julia Garner as the Shala Bao version of the Silver Surfer. I have heard that one actor, he's like, I thought that was my role, that there might be both of them, female and like male surfer type creatures. Did you hear that, Bruce?
Yes, I covered it on my show.
Okay. Whoops. We'll go check out.
Wow. You really don't watch anybody, do you, Max?
I watch a little bit and then I get sidetracked. Like I watch it at work, but then I have.
And then he wants everybody to watch his shorts and his videos. But nah, I don't watch anybody else's.
I didn't watch the whole. I missed that part. It must have been like 30 seconds. You said it. I missed that part.
I missed that segment. It's all right.
It was literally the thumbnail.
Oh, okay. Well, they're both. I heard they're both. Maybe that's where I heard it.
Lauren Rand.
Maybe that's where I heard it.
Shalaba.
Go ahead, Bruce.
Shalaba.
They both might be in it. And that actor that's like, I thought I was in it, had to delete his post.
The comic that they grabbing her from, they both were in it.
Yeah.
Well, this is what I'm hoping for when it comes to this Fantastic Four movie. Okay, I'm hoping. I didn't know much about the Guardians, and I didn't think I was going to give two shits about that movie, and it ended up being like so good, and I fell in love with that trilogy. Mm-hmm. I don't know anything about the Fantastic Four. I don't give a shit about the Fantastic Four. I really hope this movie is like those Guardian movies, and I'm like pleasantly surprised. I'm like, holy shit, that movie was great. because I've tried to get into Fantastic Four. They're just they're so generic, man.
They are.
Ooh.
What?
They don't have any cool powers. One guy
What do you mean?
stretches.
Human
Invisible Girl.
Torch.
He's the only one. He's the only one.
Mr.
Human Torch
Fantastic?
is the most badass looking thing ever. I do think, Chris, here's the problem with Mr. Fantastic specifically. I don't know how they're gonna make that power like
Unique.
well, it's not that. It's like, how is it not going to be played for laughs? Like everything, it's a funny.
That's
power.
the hardest.
It's funny
one to do
looking.
in live action. Yeah.
Yeah, like when you're doing an
Now
action
he's
scene,
also the
it's funny.
smartest man in the Marvel universe.
Yeah.
But we had Tony for that, and Tony had a really cool suit that he could put on and fight people. You know what I mean? We already had a big brain.
In the Human
and if we don't
Torch
have
and the-
Tony,
like-
we have Bruce Banner.
There's so much personality too with the Human Torch, and the things banter between each other too.
And the Thing, what is that? Like, what is that?
Yeah,
What
It's the
is
thing.
that?
it's just a Hulk rock.
It's, like
His-
it's a Hulk ripoff. Man,
Hulk rock that could talk.
His story's more tragic than the Hulk.
Then the Hulk.
Yeah, he can't change first. Not all the time. He can't change back at first. He loses his wife.
Yeah, both their stories
Yeah.
are pretty tragic.
Yeah.
I don't compare.
I've tried on
tragedy
so
with
many.
Jane.
psychopaths.
I've tried so many times to get into the and believe it or not, I have a guilty pleasure for the second one, that early Marvel one with the Silver Surfer. I have a guilty. I like that's that one's all right. I don't really hate that movie. It's
I
not
was being
good.
reductive.
It's not a good movie, but I'll watch it. It's got like it's kind of cool because Doctor Doom's
Awesome.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
I liked him in Nip Tuck, that guy, but I there are some comic books that I like character that I've tried to get into so many times and I just can't. Like Superman. I have tried to love Superman for so long because everybody else loves him, and I'm like, what am I missing? Everybody loves Superman so much. Why am I not loving this character like everybody else? And he's just too straight edge Boy Scout for me. I just don't like. And I tried the Fantastic Four, and I just can't. Give me Punisher,
how do you
give me
feel about-
Deathstroke,
How do you feel about Captain America? Don't you think he's kind of
For
Boy
one,
Scout?
they have one
No,
of the
no.
coolest villains with Doctor Doom
Captain,
too.
I love Doctor Doom. Now they've got probably my favorite villain ever.
Yeah.
That's probably my favorite villain ever, especially like God Doom, that newer one where he's like a god now or something. Rodan was showing me some of the comics where Doom's like god level now. It's crazy.
Oh my
but-
God, these nerds go crazy when you go like exaggerate. It's like, yeah, I know he's not literally a Hulk ripoff. All right, relax.
Yeah, we know
Totally
he's not,
different.
we know he's not
Alright.
literally.
I was mad too. I was just holding it in. I
Christ.
was holding it in.
There's
Nerd.
just some I've tried to get into, and
Jesus
I
can't
just
save
can't.
us.
You know what I want the
Captain
Fantastic.
America's different though. That's different, bro. Like I didn't.
That's
really,
Boy Scout shit though. So
It
it
is.
could be done interesting.
No, it's not boy, but it's patriotism.
Oh come on, you
It's
don't like
different.
Captain America for the patriotism.
No, that's exactly why. Look, I was
Really?
never-
He's not
I
even
was-
that patriotic in the
Bro,
movies.
bro. I was
When he was out,
never-
when that comic came out, wasn't it really?
It was
Well, I
patriotic?
know. I'm
very-
talking about the movies.
it
To be
was
fair, I'm talking
dated.
about the movies.
It was dated, and I didn't. And first of all, the first Avenger, that movie, that I don't like that Captain America movie. That's the one I always fast
Really?
forward
I
to.
like it.
Yeah. No, it wasn't until
I
Winter
think
Soldier.
the first half is genius.
It wasn't until Winter Soldier when I went, wow, I'm starting to really like Captain America. And then by the time Civil War rolled around,
Yeah,
because I chose Team Cap over
but he
what
wasn't
Tony wanted.
patriotic though. So I don't think you like his qualities.
What are you talking about? He wasn't patriotic.
In those movies, what were the scenes that he was like, "Oh, that's a very patriotic like
He's got it
Captain
on a
America"?
shield.
I mean,
He-
sure.
when he
I mean,
went-
I understand.
Mm.
No,
Okay,
not
okay.
the
I
outfit.
take that
Everyone
back. I take
salutes
that
him.
back. I take
Not
that
the
back.
outfit. Just the speech.
Hey,
just
Captain,
the speech
America.
he gave. Just the speech he gave. No, fuck the
That's
outfit.
America's ass.
The speech that he gave Tony about we need to keep one hand on the wheel. What if we want to do something and they won't let us? What if we don't want to do something and they make us? Or how about when he tells Nick Fury flat out, this isn't justice. This is fear. You're gonna try to use fear to run. Dude, Captain America was very patriotic, and he was down for his best homie, no matter what. You know what I mean?
I
He was-
understand. I agree. He's patriotic. I just don't feel that those films were showcasing like he didn't never said like maybe it's
Well, we're in a
biggie,
day and
more
age now. You got to be honest. Let's be honest. We're in a day and age now where you can't really shove that down people's throat in a movie. They don't like it. Even I wouldn't like it. I don't want.
No,
I don't
no,
want
I'm
patriotism
technically agreeing
crammed
with you,
down
but
my
it's done
throat.
in a more
Yeah.
nuanced, specific route, and it's
Yeah.
never ended with. That's why America's great. You know what I'm saying? Which I think at that point, I would find like ridiculous. But you're probably right. You're right. I'm agreeing with you. I'm getting there
What a
verbally.
weird take, Perp.
What?
Anyway,
That I don't think he
America was not
displayed that much
patriotic.
patriotic things.
Captain
Yeah, he
America
kind of
was
did.
not
He kind of did.
patriotic. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, this guy, what the article was about, is also.
But one more
it-
thing, Max. I will say that
Okay.
I do like big brains, man. I like big brains. That's one of the things that I love about the Hulk so much is that Bruce is so smart. One of the things I love about Spider-Man so much is that he's so smart. Tony Stark, super smart. Hank Pym, super smart. So Reed Richards might be able to get a pass from me if they show him his big brain in the movie. You
Hey,
know?
that's true. RJ makes Superman is patriot, so Superman needs to be patriotic, and you don't like him.
No, Superman's. He might be he is a patriot, I
They-
guess.
his
But it's a
slogan needs to
diff-
be truth and
Through
I
Just
see
the American
Superman.
way.
I see
But it's
Superman
so-
and Captain America exactly the same in terms
It's
of
just
ethics
so
and morals.
okay. Here's the big difference between Superman and Captain America, all right?
Yeah,
Even though
Power
Captain
level.
America, exactly.
that's
Captain
it. That's it, though. That's literally
Captain
it, though.
America may have had some super juice put in him, but he still feels pain. Superman don't feel shit. He doesn't fear shit. Okay, at least not the Superman I grew
Like
up
the
on.
real America, Chris. You ain't
Now you got
patriotic.
everybody. You got Metallo. You got fucking Darkseid. You got them all. You got a lot of people that can hurt Superman now. But when I was growing up, Superman couldn't be hurt.
I hate chat.
Like,
Superman
you
isn't-
hate the chat?
Superman
I love
isn't
you,
nearly
Chad.
as patriotic as character Captain America. America's in the name, then cry emoji laughing. But who's making that argument?
I
All
don't
right.
know. I'm
Well,
saying that it's a different kind.
To
It's a
back
different kind.
on the track here.
Yeah, let's keep
This-
it back on.
that-
track.
this-
There's literally golden age comic covers with freaking Superman holding an American flag and a bald eagle on his freaking shoulder.
Oh, so Bruce
Doesn't get any more patriotic than that.
And he has them graded.
I didn't say read it.
Graded.
Graded, he said. Graded.
Oh.
Not
I
yet.
can't understand your Pennsatucky accent over there.
Okay. Well, this actor that's appearing in everywhere is also going to be in a Matt Damon, Casey Affleck, and Hong Chow, The Investigators, a heist thriller on Apple Plus. He is everywhere. Okay. Well, let's see what Perp wanted to cover.
Who cares? I don't care anymore.
What are you talking about?
I don't
This is
care
definitely-
anymore.
If it's not Pep's,
It's Kristen Stewart and Oscar Isaac are in an awesome movie by an awesome director.
Oh, I
Who
tweeted that
gives a
out.
Shit.
You're right. No one. I'm
Yeah,
just
yeah,
kidding.
I knew you guys wouldn't give a
No,
shit. Anyway, all right.
No, I actually tweeted it out on my Good News of Twitter.
From the
but-
director of Mandy, which I love, cult hit Mandy, starring Nicolas Cage, and the director of Beyond the Black Rainbow. I'm
Oscar Isaac
super
gets me
hyped for
excited.
this.
I will. I
Dude,
honestly.
Kristen Stewart just killed it in Love Lies Bleeding.
Okay. Well, honestly, Kristen Stewart, I'm not against her. I'm just not for her writing like whatever. She's.
I'm
Yo,
Yo, now.
did you
She's on
guys
a
see
run,
her
baby.
recent? Yeah, but did you see her recent little thing she did? Her little publicity stunt.
Oh, please
Everyone
don't
was-
tell me. I like her now.
No,
Please don't
everyone
tell
was
me.
talking about how she looked manly. They didn't like the way she looked on the cover of Rolling Stone. She looked
Yeah.
all boy. So she got draped out in the sexiest outfit I've ever seen her in.
Oh,
And
really?
yeah, high heels, let the works, man. And she did this walk from like out of her hotel to her limo and stopped and took pictures so everybody could see, hey, look, I'm still a girly girl too, motherfuckers. I was like, damn. Like that blew my mind. I didn't know she was that pretty. And I've been watching her since she was in fucking what's
Panic
what's the-
Room.
Panic Room. I mean,
Yeah,
you know what I
right.
mean? Like
He's like, don't say Twilight. Don't say Twilight.
Don't
Peter,
say
I watched
Twilight.
her, I watched her
Like,
Twilight.
what was she in before?
I watched
Twilight?
all the
Panic?
Twilight.
you see, I'm calling
I
you out on that,
watched,
Chris.
I watched all the Twilight movies, but I have daughters. Okay, I had to
Oh
take
no,
this
no,
session.
no.
Well,
excuse
I've
me.
seen
But
all the
liked
Twilight
her-
movies, and I
liked
don't.
her- I liked her in
I'm an alpha.
Adventureland. I liked her in that other one
Oh,
where
she
she
was
was
in
an
Adventureland?
assassin. What was the one where her?
Charlie's Angels.
Snow White. She was
No.
Snow White before
Yeah, she
Rachel
was in.
Ziegler.
Yeah,
Snow White
that's
was not good.
She was in one where she was an American something, where
Wait a
her
minute.
and somebody was
Wow.
they were hitmen.
Which Spencer was she in? She
Oh,
was
American Ultra.
Diana. No,
That's
Diana.
the Max Landis movie. American
I
Ultra.
wanted to see the Charlie Angels reboot, but everyone trashed it so much.
She
I never
was.
saw it.
She was pretty in that too. She was very pretty in that.
She played Princess Diana.
Wow,
whatever,
his-
in
She
that
just
Spencer.
gave the performance of her freaking
Oh.
career.
Has
in my
RJ
opinion.
become your nemesis, perp? Oh man.
I called
RJ.
it. No, what do you mean
RJ, come on
nemesis?
the
He
show.
agrees with me.
Come
I
on the
said,
show.
yeah, these guys don't care, so I don't care.
Come on the show, RJ.
No, I care. What we're having a smaller
Hey, she just
panel
did
today,
like Love Lies Bleeding, which is
Smaller
out
panel,
digitally now, so everyone
which
should
is
check
already
it out.
it's already pretty big.
RJ, stop acting like you care
Someone
about
said-
these things you say you care about. You don't
Some-
care about these things
okay.
you say you care about. You care about the Twitter feedback you'll get
Yeah,
off
he's
these
trolling me,
things
it's
you
fine.
say you care about. Stop.
RJ, you're trolling terrible because
Well,
you
I-
agreed with me.
I will say, perp.
It doesn't matter what you think.
Off, man. Love Lies Bleeding was awesome. Everyone should check it out. Someone called it A24's She-Hulk. I kind of agree.
Well, that doesn't sell to a lot of people.
That's
that
it.
makes me. Not,
Just say
okay. Well,
I
I'm.
really
I'm-
wish I could think of the assassin movie she was in with what's his
American
name?
Ultra. I said it.
American Ultra. Okay.
Okay,
thank
well, sell this perp to us. What's this about?
Okay, I don't care. It's a great director with a lot of style up the wazoo. This guy did Mandy, which is like a freaking metal album come to life. He did
Really?
Beyond the Black Rainbow, which is this analog sci-fi horror film of this girl that's randomly being tested in this high-tech facility and escaping. Awesome director. I don't care what Pop says. He's awesome. And he also did an awesome episode of Guillermo del Toro's Cabinet of Curiosities. He has the best episode. His style is impeccable. I love it. I love it. I love it. It's not wholly original. It's taken from here or there, but I absolutely love it. I love that he got these two huge actors that bring asses in seats. I'm super excited. I don't
Have
care
you
what
guys
anyone says.
ever-
Max, next story.
Have you guys ever seen that scene in Death Proof where Kurt Russell is naming off all the shows he's been a stuntman on, and nobody ever
Don't
heard of
do
a
it,
and
Chris.
nobody had ever
F
heard
you,
of a
Chris.
fucking.
You saw
nobody ever-
Mandy.
Oh,
People
Okay,
see
I saw
Mandy.
Mandy. I'll give you that. I saw Mandy.
watch the
I-
language. I need.
Wait,
I
wait.
will.
How
I
did
will
you know?
say.
How did you know where I was going with that, Perp?
Because I know exactly. Because I know the scene you were talking about. I know exactly what was going on.
I will
I'm a
say
director.
I-
I know exactly what's going on.
I will say while Perp was talking about him, I looked him up on Wikipedia. Panos Cosmatos.
Correct?
He
dad.
is the son of George Cosmatos, the director of Rambo 2 and Cobra.
And
Okay, I'm into that.
And
The-
Tombstone.
Oh,
So his-
no, no,
his
no, no.
father
In name only.
gave a-
In name only. Everyone knows Kurt Russell directed Tombstone.
Stop
He-
it. In
his
name
father
in
gave
the
us-
DGA, which
Oh,
I'm a
Kurt
part of,
Russell
I have
directed
to
Tombstone?
recognize.
His father gave us
I love
Mary and
Tombstone. I didn't
Cobretti,
realize he
so
directed it.
that's all you need to know.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, I loved Cobra and I loved the second Rambo. And I love and look,
Everyone loves Cobra.
Perp never wins me over with what
Okay.
he's talking about. He wins me over with his passion for the intent. Because I'll go, you know what? That movie's probably gonna suck. And then every time I watch a Perp pick, guess what? This shit's dope.
It's pretty
Every
good.
fucking time. Every time.
Highly recommend Challengers, by the way.
So, yeah, Max, it's been known for a long time that there was all sorts of trouble behind the scenes of Tombstone, and finally Kurt Russell stepped in and he ghost directed
Oh,
it.
wow.
Everyone knows
Makes it
that.
even cooler.
Yeah,
I'm sorry,
everyone
I didn't know because that's one of my favorite westerns.
Yeah,
That's
it's
it.
a lot of
Tombstone is-
people's absolute
Dude,
favorite.
that
You
is
know what-
Val Kilmer's best role ever.
We're
Ever.
like
That
I
is
love
Val
that.
Kilmer's second best role
Is
ever.
Oh, I haven't seen The Doors. You're right. You're right.
Is
He-
there
yeah,
any
exactly.
like behind the scenes?
I knew where
stuff
you were
that
going again.
shows This
Yeah.
or it's just known about Kurt Russell helping.
He's actually dropped hints about it himself, but
Even though I love that movie, I didn't watch
Yeah.
a lot of supplemental stuff.
yeah,
like
he
making
won't
of
come
or
out
anything.
and say that.
Tombstone is
and
sick.
he never would have even signed on if Kurt wasn't in it. He never would have even signed on to play one of their brothers. And that reminds me, Perp. Listen, what you just said about the Doors.
Yeah.
Yesterday in the car, we were talking about the Doors because as I'm getting older, I find Jim Morrison overrated. I really do. I think he's very overrated.
I'm
and
sorry.
All right, Chris has got to go. I'm not allowing that.
I'm not saying that Doors aren't phenomenal. They are. They're iconic as fuck. Okay. But when I was young, I went through my Jim Morrison phase. The bead necklace, the hair, the works. I wouldn't listen to nothing but the Doors. I bought his Wilderness books. It was bad. Okay. It was bad. All right.
Pictures or it didn't happen.
But as I got older, you know what I realized? Perp, it's not Jim Morrison I like. It's just Val Kilmer. It's like, I don't know why that's funny to me.
Jeez.
Your story, Chris, reminds me of my friend Brendan. My friend Brendan said that as a teenager, he was a hardcore Doors fan, loved the Doors. Then one day he was sitting listening to the Doors and just something in his head clicked and he said, "This music's bullshit." And he said from that day on, he hated them.
And then later on,
he doesn't even know what it was. Something just
I don't
clicked
know
in
what
his
it was.
brain.
And then come to find out later on down the line that the keyboardist, the guy that he wrote most of the songs, and Jim took credit for him. He wrote a lot of songs, but he made them more poetic. He was just kind of a guy who did a lot of drugs and was buck wild. Like Jim Morrison was the Eminem of the 60s, man. Like he didn't give a fuck. He would go to jail. He would say whatever he wanted to say. He'd whip his dick out on stage. He didn't give a shit. And Jim Morrison was great. Don't get me wrong. People like worshiping him, like Scott Stapp from Creed. I don't care. I just want to be like
Kurt Cobain. Kurt Cobain.
Kurt Cobain?
No, don't get me wrong. Kurt was another iconic figure,
I know the names that make Chris.
But I wasn't a big Nirvana fan either. I'm sad that he died, but it just clicked on me one day. You know, I don't really like the Doors music that much anymore. I just feel like Jim Morrison's very overrated, and I realize that it's Oliver Stone and Val Kilmer that I love because I watched the Doors movie so many times. Have you ever seen the Doors, Max?
The movie?
Yes.
Yeah. It was great.
So,
I haven't seen it. I do want to get on VHS. Yeah.
And but the Doors music I do truly still love is the later when he got into the blues, when he got it, you know, like that's when I really that's when I started to like the Doors. I don't know how we got off. I'm gonna shut up now and go pee. I don't know how we went down the Jim Morrison rabbit hole.
You know what? It really segues into Netflix. You know how?
Doors is on there? Okay.
Netflix unveils 2024 summer movies.
Yeah, him having to...
It has nothing to do with the topic.
Him having to pee is a better segue.
Okay. Bruce, would you mind setting this up? This is Jerry Seinfeld. I know you're a big Jerry Seinfeld fan.
I'm excited. This is dropping at 3 a.m.
It's Pop-Tarts the movie.
It's Tony the Tiger.
That's great.
Tony the Tiger. Hugh Grant is Tony the Tiger with but why did he
I'm pretty sure it will do gangbuster numbers. It will be watched hundreds of millions of times.
It's going to be really I don't even want to bring sorry Bruce, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I don't even want to bring this into fruition, but all the Snyder haters are going to be laughing their butts off when Pop-Tarts passes around part 2.
Well, I don't think there's anything to laugh. I mean, obviously it's going to. I mean, this is a movie with Matt Steele. It looks really funny.
Claudia.
It's got a star-studded cast.
Do you think the Pop-Tarts movie is gonna surpass Rebel Moon's numbers?
I'm sorry.
I want to know what the
lot out by 2 weeks by this time.
Max.
Do you guys really think this is gonna surpass Rebel Moon? Are you nuts? The first one, at least?
No, I don't think it'll surpass.
These guys think so.
Oh no, it absolutely will. I mean, look, this is a movie. This is a movie with mass appeal. This is a movie that's got big.
I mean, but here's the thing, though.
Hugh Grant's
mass appeal.
There's something you guys don't know about. That I know. Hugh Grant was actually in the news recently, and it was due to phone hacking.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Oh man, this movie's so
phone hacking.
Yeah. Dude, what if they hack the movie? He has the point. Kalani has the point. What if someone hacked the movie?
Hugh Jackman's or not Hugh Jackman.
What if they have the code? What if they have Hugh
Jackman's Grant's phone was hacked, and basically the tabloids and everything were able to listen into conversations and whatnot. So he wasn't.
Was that recently?
That was recently, yes.
And Hugh Grant's just bitching about
Wonka the UK press is like rabid dogs when it comes to celebrities.
Hugh Grant got caught cheating on his wife with a hooker, and they still took him back.
So here's the thing. Here's the thing, though. Here's the kicker.
Yeah, but Notting Hill is charming. What do you want?
Hugh Grant is loved.
Dude, Notting Hill is charming. What do you want?
That was before he got canceled the first time.
Dude, Love Actually, Notting Hill, Mickey Blue Eyes.
About a boy? About a boy.
Yeah,
he was married to Elizabeth Hurley for a while. This man is uncancelable.
Yeah.
Trust me, he's not worried about
Listen,
that.
Literally
It's gonna be
talking shit about
canceled.
Wonka before it comes out, and the movie's a goddamn.
If
He don't
that's
give an F,
accurate to
this
Ladia,
man.
I think they're gonna find something on
No,
this phone.
nobody said
I
he
mean,
was going to be
it's true.
canceled.
If
I
he
mean, I
got
didn't say-
caught
I didn't say
talking
he was-
shit about the movie that he's in,
Me and Brucifer actually have very nuanced take on people getting canceled. So, and we'll be talking about that soon.
yeah, I got to be honest, man. I think it should be called something else. The cancel culture. Everyone thinks, oh, it's just trying to fire people. No, cancel culture is a blanket that can cover a multitude of things.
That's why I said
You know,
nuanced.
So what-
I
Mhm.
think it should be called something different. It's just cancel culture is a name that just stuck. Me and Bruce were talking about this earlier. Cancel culture can mean a lot of things, guys. A lot of things. From we don't want you on campus, you can't go to this Comic-Con, so we're going to beat you up behind this alley. We want you to lose your job. Hey, let's bother your kids at school.
Being barred from a private business is not cancel culture.
Yeah.
Being barred from a Comic-Con.
Yeah,
Comic-Con.
that's owned by a private organization.
That's
Yeah.
still
Yeah.
okay.
They
You
can
know
bar
what?
whoever they want.
That sounds to me like somebody. That sounds to me like something somebody says when they know that it's something that shouldn't be done. If you're going to let all those other people go there, but not let certain people go there because of their political
Hold on.
affiliation.
Well, I need to. It's not.
I have no idea what you're talking about now.
Yeah. Well,
I
that's
think
why.
he's
Let's
talking
not.
about- I think
we
he's
need
talking
to.
Erotics
I think he's-
and
That's why I just mentioned it. as a-
No. They had it coming. They had it coming. They said they were doing hate
Wait.
speech. That's different.
Okay.
They
Well,
were
let's
saying
let's
racist
talk
shit.
about this later, and let's move
What
on.
are we
Yeah,
talking
try-
about anymore? I lost
But
track.
it'll be a
Well-
good discussion.
Well,
Chris.
I did put a poll in the chat. What is going to be number one on
I'm so
Netflix?
confused
Rebel
right now.
Moon or Pop Tart? I should have put Pop Tarts.
Oh,
Sorry.
Rebel Moon's done, isn't it? That was
well,
like
yeah, well, we
you know,
haven't.
Rebel Moon is not done till I say it's done.
It's
And plus
Pop
Yeah,
Tart
but I
Tarts.
mean, like it came out a week ago and nobody liked it. Like
No,
even
but director's
Sony
cut.
fans
The
hated
director's
it.
cut.
People
No,
watched
You
it,
forgot
though,
what
Baby
happened with
Joe.
BVS already.
A
People
So
watched
lot of people watched it and
Yeah.
rewatched
Not,
it. and
not
kept
as many
watching
people
it.
watched it as the first one though, and even the people, even the Snyder fans were saying it was shit. So
you
But
guys
no-
really think this?
But
one's well, I
literally,
guess it's
how many
Netflix.
sequels or parts twos actually get more views than a part one of a movie? Literally, come on.
there won't be a part 3 like that. They're flat out
Oh,
will not be.
We,
A
we
part
need a
3.
we have a director's cut. And
Well,
Well,
after
part
that,
one and
we
part
can
two were the
agree.
same movie, Joe. It wasn't
Yeah.
two movies.
Yeah, but I mean, he's saying there's going to be a
Oh
part
my
3.
God!
I get
Shut
it.
the fuck up.
no,
dude.
go, Chris. Just don't get into it. We'll talk about it. later.
Shut the fuck up,
Stop.
both of you.
Okay.
Shut the fuck
Oh my
up.
God. Who?
You
No.
guys always come
No.
in with your virtual signal
Oh my
bullshit,
God, Chris.
and I'm gonna
Oh,
tell you.
boy.
Wait a
in my
minute.
mind,
How
like-
is
like-
saying there's
No,
not going to be a
that's
part
not-
3?
Okay.
No,
Moving
we're
on.
talking to
Let's
chat.
stop. Let's stop.
Chris
Let's
is
stop.
talking to the chat. Relax.
Talk
Everyone
to the
relax.
fucking chat, man.
Oh, okay.
Relax.
Well, I
We're gonna have
want
a good
everyone to
discussion
calm
about
down.
it. I just
Trying
wanted
to
to mention we're
police-
gonna have a discussion about it in another show
That's
later.
the shit I'm talking about, though. Trying to
Oh,
fucking
it's
police
pop
people's
culture.
fucking opinions,
Oh,
man.
boy.
You
all
bitch
good.
made motherfuckers, man.
Okay,
Stop,
Chris,
stop.
please calm down.
We're all good.
Loud noises.
I'm not
like-
doing it.
I can't stand that hypocrite bullshit, though. It sets me off, man.
okay,
It happens
okay.
every time.
All right, well,
I'm
let's
not-
talk
every
about the
I'm not
topic.
paying attention to the
Netflix,
chat.
Unfrosted.
Chris, did you see Challenger? Everyone needs to see Challenger.
Let's see what
For the love
else
of God.
is coming out from Netflix. Is Mother of the Bride?
Now this one I'm looking forward to because this
Why?
one's got it's got Miranda Cosgrove in it, and this is the first,
Miranda Cosgrove. I do
this is the
like her as
first
an
time she's
actress.
I like her as an actress because
Have you
like,
seen
she
Father
does-
of the Bride? Are you a franchise fan?
Is this
No.
part of that franchise?
I assume so, right? It makes sense. Maybe not.
Uh,
I don't know.
Lana's doing the
Brooke Shields,
American
Isn't this
Idol.
like it makes sense?
Ooh,
Father of the
Brooke
Bride, Mother of
Shields.
the
I
Bride.
do like Brooke Shields.
Benjamin Bratt, Rachel Harris, Living with Leopards. I got to be real. This isn't,
I've done that before.
This isn't. This isn't.
Yeah,
on
this isn't
fire right
setting the
now.
world on
Pop-Tart,
fire at all right now. None of these.
What do you mean? Wait.
Mother of
You
the
mean-
Bride.
These are jumping off the
Living with-
page, if you know what I mean.
Living
Living
with
with-
Leopards, Thelma the Unicorn.
What?
They're
really
even getting the weirdo movies wrong. Here we go.
Atlas.
Jennifer Lopez.
Okay, Jennifer Lopez. Atlas.
I call this the Titanfall movie. I don't care what anyone says. Like,
really.
It
It
I
looks
didn't-
exactly,
like
and I'm not
the
gonna
plot
lie.
seems like the
It
second
looks
movie,
good.
second game.
It looks good to me.
Is
I
there a
know,
trailer
I
for-
know. And I
Wait,
get a
wait, Pep.
Titanfall. I'm
Pep,
in my
can I-
brain. I'm
can
gonna
I
be
ask
like,
you-
this is an amazing Titanfall movie with Jennifer Lopez. I'm
Wait,
so
Pep,
in.
is there a trailer for this?
Yes.
Yeah, there's a
Yes.
couple of them.
Yes.
I
And it
think
looks
we
like
reacted to this trailer,
The
right?
first one was a
No, I
teaser, and the
haven't.
second one you actually find out what
well,
the story
it's not
is.
it's not in the same way. The plot line is literally the plot line from Titanfall 2's campaign. It's like the same, like getting lost and
What
getting stuck
having
with
to trust AI when you're against AI?
Yes. When you have to when they get dropped into another planet in Titanfall 2, the campaign.
Oh,
you
that's
get
right.
dropped into,
Titanfall 2 had a story mode. I forgot all
yes,
about that.
the story mode. Yeah, it was exactly this
actually
plot.
did.
You could literally think of this as a Titanfall 2 freaking movie version. I'm so hyped for this.
Yeah, I like
Oh,
it. It's like
now it's got
the
my
premise,
interest.
Max. The premise
I-
is she hates AI, like Will Smith and I
Ooh,
Robot.
like me.
She
Yeah.
hates AI, and she gets stuck in this mech where she has to trust the AI, and her and the AI like
Yes,
form a
RJ, I got a
bond.
new mic. I got an Elgato Wave mic.
I'm in,
3.
man. And also,
Yeah, and she just killed it with the
special
movie
effects
you
were
the
great.
mother. She just killed it with the mother too, so she might
Did
be
you
on a
finally
run.
watch it? Yeah,
Yes, I
finally,
did. I
it
loved
was
it.
Great, right?
Yeah, it was
I
good.
didn't see this trailer yet. I want to watch. I'm
thought
interested.
we
I like
reacted to
Jennifer
this.
Lopez.
We
Didn't we
I
react to
think I-
this?
Maybe
I
you
did that.
did, and I
Me
wasn't
and-
there that night.
I agree, RJ. Titanfall 2
It's
is
me and
awesome,
Bruce, I
especially
think.
the campaign. Is
I
a
never
lot of
played
fun.
it. I own it. I never
It
played
was
it.
very short. I remember being angry. It was so short. It was only like 4 hours long. I was very angry.
Yeah.
I
by
should
it.
And-
find something I could finish.
And the
Maybe I can
online
finish
was
that.
broken as hell with hacking.
Yes, that
Hacking
was a problem.
horrible in that game.
So that looks
What a
cool. How to
brilliant
rob
idea.
a bank.
Here we go, Hitman, Richard
Documentary.
Linklater.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this. I like him a lot now. After that movie I didn't like, I like him more and Sydney Sweeney less.
Okay.
You know, her acting was not great.
Watch Immaculate.
What
Hitman
else
looks
is there?
good. Richard Linklater is a
Jude.
very interesting director, so it might be a weird
Mystery
movie.
of Tar.
Sydney Sweeney's
Ultraman Rising.
Ultraman
Yeah.
Rising.
The animated.
Ooh, animated film,
Well, hopefully it's 2D and not
not 3D.
3D CGI.
Yeah.
Oh,
Black Barbie documentary.
So far, Unfrosted's the only one I'm interested in.
Trigger warning. Jessica
Okay.
Alba.
This might be a film for you.
I want to take a look at this. I think she's getting back into the action genre.
I hope so. This is what Hallmark movies need to do with their Get Me Back My Daughter movies. Just like turn into crazy ass mom movies. Like
Just
they
some shit
look
that,
bank. They
some
bank. I
shit
tell
that a
you.
real mom would actually do. You know?
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah. Like give
Look what she has in there.
house moms power fantasies like
They're
this. Yeah.
skipping a lot of movies. They're skipping because look, they're in June. We didn't
Yeah,
even
this
see
is the
Garfield
weirdest
on
list.
there.
This is like Perp's weirdo list.
Zac
Yeah, like-
Efron, I don't know.
Ooh.
Like,
Zac
where's
Efron and,
Garfield? Where's
A
If?
Family
Like, these are all
Affair?
movies that are opening before
Ooh.
June. I don't know.
Who's directing
what's the
these?
synopsis of A Family Affair? Oh, that's good.
Yes, here we
Yeah,
go.
Here we go.
Except the
Yes.
stinking title. I still hate that title.
It's
No,
gonna be
it's
trash.
anime. It's anime as hell.
They should have just
Axel
let
F.
it part
It's
4.
not going to be trash.
It'll be trash.
Axel F.
Ah.
Dude, the action looked insane, bro.
Come
Uh,
on.
I'm
this
just
is like
saying it's gonna be-
Xbox.
Jerry
I w-
Bruckheimer's back, and all you haters could suck it.
If there's no banana in the tailpipe, it's not going to be good.
I'd like it to be good, but Eddie Murphy does not have a good track record right now.
He
That-
just had
that-
a renaissance with that last Netflix movie. He's doing good on Netflix.
yeah, that
I didn't watch it.
What, the one that came out 5 years ago? The one,
Yeah, that's a renaissance.
The Dolomite movie. The Dolomite movie was good, but that was like 5 years ago.
That was a good movie.
Matt,
Take
Wesley
5
Snipes
years.
was hilarious. And
Right
Wesley
now-
Snipes is
Bullshit
such an
since
underrated
then.
comedy actor. I'm surprised he's not being utilized. In
Okay,
comedy.
so what exactly? Also, I don't know if you guys know this, but he is hinting around that he's going to do one more stand-up special to end his career, because he did Delirious and he did Raw, and he always wanted to do a third one, and he
Eddie
never
Murphy.
did.
Not
Eddie
even
Murphy.
not even
Eddie-
Professor?
Oh.
Yeah, so
He's
he's
going
gonna
to do it
a
on
third one,
Netflix.
and they'll probably be on Netflix. Now, I don't know. I think Joe's right about a few things. There are some that like I've seen by him, like was it
Coming
Guru
to
or is that
America
my?
2. That was
Yeah,
awful.
okay,
And
and the
that
one,
Candy
the
Cane
one where
Lane or
the one where he could only say so many words, that one wasn't very
Yeah.
good.
Candy Cane
uh,
Lane. Or
yeah,
Is that
whatever
like
it's
a
yeah.
Jim
called.
Carrey liar scenario? Magical?
But now that his contract's up with all that PG movies he's got to do, his contract's up now. He can go on to do his rated R shit.
he's
now,
gonna be
his hard
shooting
R
people
shit.
in the face.
So
and
he's
cursing them
probably
out.
gonna get a little crazy again.
He's
probably
gonna shoot
be-
him in the face and then curse at their dead
Stop.
body.
Well, I think we're gonna get like 48 hours, Eddie Murphy. That's what I
Yeah.
think we're gonna get.
I think I've been looking forward to Beverly Cop because all I can think about is the theme song for Beverly Hills Cops. I'm
Yes.
just like that's on my mind.
You
So
know,
I
Claudia,
watched
Go
Love
Power
Story?
Rangers.
What the
That
heck
one-
is this?
you know, when I was when I was
Power, that
young,
Did
and
you
that
click on
movie
it,
came
Max?
out,
What,
Claudia, when
Yeah.
that
No,
movie
I'm
came
not
out,
What?
Yeah.
when that movie came out, the records were still
Ooh.
around, and
Okay.
they had small records called 45s, or you
Yeah.
could buy a
I
single.
saw the TV glow for me pop.
They were
That
sold
trailer's
out.
Amazing.
They were sold out for months. You could not find that song anywhere,
Wow.
and we didn't have the internet where you could just go get it.
Oh, and
You,
Cuckoo.
if you couldn't buy it at a record store, you had to wait for Axel F to come on the
TV.
radio. And what was the
Yeah.
name of that?
Ooh,
What was the guy's
SpongeBob
name?
SquarePants.
Harold Fultermeyer. What is the guy that made that song?
Saving Bikini Bottom, the Sandy Cheeks movie.
Oh god.
Sound like Blink 182 album titles.
Mountain Queen, the Summits of Aqua Shirka, Daughters, The Union,
Meh.
Mark Wahlberg and Halle Berry,
Mac
Meh.
Wabag.
Meh.
The Secret
love
Life
Mac.
of Orangutans,
Meh.
Incoming, Apollo 13 Survival.
The hell? Yo, what
Okay.
is this like freaking mid-tier straight
is-
to
Hold
Amazon
on,
Prime list
I got
going
a
on
question. Hold on, Bruce. Is there anything
It's a terrible list.
you're excited to see? Is there anything you're anticipating coming out? Is there
Oh,
anything
these
that's
are
not?
all Netflix
Yes,
movies.
yes, but I can't
Oh.
say it on the stream.
Yeah, that's the
Aw.
key. Go back up, Max. That wasn't just summer movies. That was only Netflix movies.
God damn it, Max.
I know, Joe. I said that at the beginning.
I don't know.
think
Those-
that's
those-
how
those-
you say
You
that.
knew other movies were coming and you didn't tell any one of us?
He did it on purpose.
Yeah, he did it on purpose, Talati. I agree.
I'm
I
looking forward
said
to
these are
seeing
Netflix
Kraven.
movies. Everyone's talking about The Doors.
I'm
I wanna
actually
see Kraven.
I want to see Kraven too. That it actually looks pretty
Craven's
cool.
always been one
Why'd
of my
they push
favorite
it back?
Spidey
Why'd they
villains.
push it back?
Because they had
Because
to.
it's rated R and it'll melt people's face.
No, here's why I think here. I'm gonna be honest. You know,
I
you
forget
guys all
what
know.
movie got
You know
pushed
why
back till
they.
next year.
You know why Kraven got
People
pushed back.
watched a leak Sandy
Say it.
Cheeks movie
I
on
want to hear
Twitter.
somebody say it. Fuck SpongeBob.
No.
Whoa. Why?
Whoa.
I'm not attracted to him.
Because we're fucking 40-year-old men, man, and we're talking about kids.
Hey,
shit.
I'm 30,
E-
30
E
plus.
for everyone. E for everyone.
Oh God.
I could watch SpongeBob if I want to.
Oh, no,
And
you
she's
shouldn't
back.
go. You have to
This
get away.
man's
from
wearing
that.
a Black Adam
It's
shirt.
gonna hurt your brain.
Shut up.
This man is wearing a Black Adam shirt.
In
Where'd you
fact,
get that?
the Nickelodeon, I got it from
Wow.
GameStop. This I buy one get one free. This was the free one.
You got two?
Yeah, I got my wife a Hello Kitty shirt,
Oh, okay. Nice.
Oh,
Aw,
you said a
cute.
mug. You said you got her a mug.
a mug, and a shirt.
Oh, okay. All right.
Okay,
I only got
okay.
one thing.
Damn, I never
Hold
seen
on.
Max that
No,
heated.
no, I like this person.
Yeah,
man.
Max is
I
not
love
mug and a
this
shirt.
person, man.
Nickelodeon tapes are orange.
Yeah,
All
I
right,
know. I have a
and
Ren
yellow,
and Stimpy
and
one.
yellow,
You stupid
and yellow. They're yellow. Anyway, hold on. But no one's gonna answer my question. Really?
What?
Wow.
They're only
That's
yellow 'cause I
SpongeBob?
peed on
No.
Why did Kraven get pushed back?
Oh, I don't know.
to
Because
get to
it's
the other
Sony.
side.
Come on, man.
Could
No
be
one's
any
gonna
number
say
of
it. No one will say it, huh?
Could be any
It's
number
Sony.
of reasons.
It could be any number of reasons. Yeah, right.
It
You
could have needed
goddamn-
reshoots. Maybe it
No.
wasn't testing well.
No,
or
no,
there's any
it's
number of
Sony.
reasons.
It's been
Sony.
done for a while. Though.
I got a
yes,
good one,
you're
too.
right. You're right, Joe. And actually, this is a great clip out. Thank you, Chris.
It got pushed
Why
back
did
because of Madam
Kraven-
Web.
Why did
No.
Kraven get pushed back? Now,
Because of Madam
Joe
Web.
said, well, let me recap what Joe said.
Stop
Joe said
blaming everything
there's
on Madam
lots of
Web.
there's lots of things that could cause a movie to get pushed back. It could be reshoots, it could be new CGI, something change in the movie. But for this particular case, Joe, I think Kraven's been done for quite some time. So I think there's more of a negative implication on this particular delay because Kraven wrapped a while ago. As far as I could look at it right now.
Yeah, well, I mean that's the point. isn't it?
$40, RJ.
That's
I
the
forgot
point. Like,
what movie it took the place of.
all
It got
movies.
pushed to next year.
All movies that have reshoots.
There was a movie
wrap.
that was
That's why they reshoot.
was
No,
supposed
I
to
know, but
release.
if it's a long time ago though,
Yeah.
Joe, that's the difference.
Why did the
Um,
chicken? Oh, whatever.
Because look, all right, I just Googled when did Kraven rap, and you tell me if this is a good sign, Joe. Okay, I understand that all films that are delayed.
When
and-
did Kraven rap?
And also, didn't it get
You're gonna
pushed
get
to
a scene from
Christmas?
8 Mile of Craven in there.
Like that's a really good time to open at Christmas. So that
So
might show they have a lot of confidence.
2022.
Oh, here we go.
Oh,
It got delayed because the Karate Kid was set for that date. So they moved Karate Kid to next year, and they had to fill that date, so they put Kraven there.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense.
That was a better
It
date.
makes perfect sense, and you had to go on and make this conspiracy
They-
about it.
Oh,
Max?
come
I
on.
don't know
They-
about
It also
They-
shows
I don't
like-
know about it,
always
Max.
do this.
it also
It's
shows a
always-
lot of
it's
confidence.
always- It's
It
always
also
not.
shows a lot of confidence in the movie. You're going to
I thought we said we were going to do that thing where we
You're
start
so
calling people on their
optimistic.
bullshit.
I can't understand what you're saying.
Sounds to me like
You
the
make
same
me
old fucking
nauseous. You're so optimistic about what the film industry does. You're always going to bat that there's got to be a really good reason.
I just
cannot be
gave
quality
you a
control.
legitimate reason.
Yeah, but
it
look,
could, it
look
could
at
be that, but there could also be quality
A
control.
movie
And
got
look
pushed
at
back
that
for a
release date,
year.
December
A movie got
13th.
pushed back. A movie got pushed back for a year because they wanted to put another movie in that slot.
Yes,
that what I
dude.
just heard?
And look
A
at that
year.
release
Chris,
date.
Yeah, Chris, do you not know how it works that other studios have movies already lined out? Where are they going to put it? Yeah,
Trouble
sometimes they
in the
have movie
Hollywood
here.
Hills. That's what I'm saying. Purpose.
have
Oh,
to
from
Wait a minute.
Uh,
wait a minute.
Chris,
That's not
from
the
Their
release
movies,
December-
where
date.
do they put it?
Oh,
Wait.
hey man, when I grew up, they put all sorts of movies in the theaters on the same day. All sorts of movies. 5, 6, 7 movies at a time.
Stop yelling at Cloud,
You
Seinfeld.
You could go to 3 or 4 different theaters and see a number of
this
different
stream
movies.
is off the hook.
Look at this.
I think this is
December
a great
13th.
stream, and I like
to know
Chris.
That shows a lot of confidence in the film.
Karate Kid only got
prime time for movie.
Karate Kid only got pushed
back.
What does that matter? What does that matter?
Does Sony have any confidence?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have
Anthony
to. They
Beltry
made
is
Madam Web.
screaming in his
Why
apartment.
is this
or
only-
wherever he's at
You
right
can
now,
say
like,
whatever
oh
you
my
want.
God.
It takes a lot of confidence when Warner Brothers is freaking vaulting Batgirl. It takes a lot of confidence to put out Madam Web with a straight face. It
the reason
takes
the
a lot of
Karate
confidence.
Kid was moved because of the filming for Cobra Kai.
Why can't people why can't y'all always talk about keeping it a buck? I'm gonna keep it real. Why can't you all
I never say that.
Why can't you all just
I
we
say
don't
that
like
in my
misinformation. We don't like misinformation. Stop fucking putting out. Why can't y'all just admit that when you like something or you think you're gonna like something, you will fucking push for it, and when you don't think you're gonna like something, you'll push against it. And if something sucks, y'all will constantly make excuses for it. I've been watching you guys do this for years.
He's been watching. I'm with Chris. Why do you guys do that?
Yeah, I can't believe you guys do
I
that.
agree.
I can't believe
I
all
agree.
you guys do that.
I agree. We got to use common sense here. The fact that it was released to moved to Christmas shows you that they got a lot of confidence in this thing.
Now, I'm not saying they don't have confidence
isn't
in the
that a
movie.
half
Somebody
half
else said
full?
that in the stream in
This
the
is the-
chat. I didn't say I
Yeah.
don't think they have confidence in the movie.
Yeah.
I'm saying that the timing, like this shit keeps happening, and it only happens with
It
these
shows so much confidence.
these
You don't release
Spider-Verse
bad.
these
With these-
Spider-Verse movies, and I don't know why.
Sony is
because
releasing
superhero
movies
movies
and not
that-
vaulting
out
them.
of all the
There's not a
dog
lot of
shit,
confidence
out of
behind
all the dog shit trailers they've been putting out,
Oh, God.
Kraven was the one that everybody seemed to be most excited for.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's
Exactly.
true. Well, me and Madam Web,
personally-
but yeah. in
Personally,
general.
I wasn't excited for it at all. I don't think it
Yeah.
looks very good. I mean, I'm going to go see it.
Cool.
Hey,
But-
cuz.
But you gotta, you gotta,
Yeah.
you
My
know,
scope. That's my
He
cousin's
says go-
thing.
I love the dog's look when he says
Chris
Cope.
is right though.
No.
Chris is right. You've
That
got
dog's
to
look
use.
is perfect for Cope.
I don't know why it bothered.
love it.
Nobody's listening.
Oh, I'm
Sorry,
sorry, Joe.
go,
Go ahead,
Joe,
Joe.
Joe.
I apologize.
No, Joe, stop.
Oh.
You did it.
No, you did it, Perp.
No, you did it.
No,
I
no, I
wasn't
didn't do
talking.
it.
How did
No,
I do it?
you did it. You did it, Taladia.
I didn't do Jack.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry, Joe.
He'll be fine. He'll be fine.
Okay.
I'm sorry too, Joe.
And by the way,
But it was Chris.
And I'm not just calling you guys. I do it too. I go back for the things I like. I talk shit about the things I don't like. And then if something does bad that I thought was going to do good, I'll totally make excuses. You know,
When did this become about blame Brad?
I just never do. I just never do the whole you don't understand the movie or trust me, bro. I won't do those two things, but I'll do all the other stuff. You know,
I did
and we all do it. We all do it.
I'll take blame. I did.
Isaac, I
But
actually agree with you.
there's also a huge pocket out there that believes you and me really thought Madam Web was going to be this smash hit. Like
Yeah, I know. People don't understand how
they don't understand our
yeah.
comedy. Like we never had any faith in that movie whatsoever.
I wanted to believe, but I knew it was not like the trailer. Like, well, I don't wait till I saw the movie. Yeah, once the ratings came out, I knew what was going on. But I had fun with it. I have it. I bought it.
All right.
So-
Well,
so- anything else?
anything else? Thank you. Well, I want to hear what Brian's got to say.
People were excited about, maybe they weren't excited for it, but I will say this: out of all the trailers we've had come from that Sony verse, the one, with the exception of the first Venom, the one that people like shit on the least was Kraven. A lot of people were like, "Yeah, maybe that actually looks pretty cool." You know what I mean? And I'm actually excited for Kraven. I'm with Bruce. I actually want to see Kraven, but I'm not gonna I'm not gonna sing its praise. I just want to know why. Look, man, Madam Web comes out, it becomes the biggest bomb in like fucking Sony history.
No, it doesn't.
They make fun of it.
It is bomb. God damn it.
They literally make fun of it, like you wouldn't believe. And then all of a sudden they're like, "Oh yeah, by the way, we're pushing Kraven back," and that's the next movie that's supposed to come out. And people are like, "Oh, it's
no," and everyone's like, "Sony's taking a hit." Now there's rumors that they're buying Paramount.
All right. Well, I have one more topic. Cobra Kai season 6. Netflix announces premiere dates for 15 episode 3-part conclusion to the series.
Yes.
So
This is what made Karate Kid get pushed next year, because apparently they changed it so Cobra Kai ties directly into the.
Oh my
the
God,
Karate Kid
RJ!
movie.
Sometimes I just wish you'd shut the fuck up, man.
Oh,
Like,
oh my
Chris.
God, man. God, dude. I just
Wait,
go
wait,
back to
wait,
fucking
wait,
Twitter.
wait.
for
Hey,
a
he's
moment.
not a
Chris,
line.
Chris, okay,
Hold
Chris.
up.
Hold on.
Hold
We have a new panelist. Hello.
Hi and hello, potty mouths.
If we're boring you, RJ, and we don't want to learn
He's
any
joking with you.
and
Chris.
if we're boring you and we don't really want to learn any of your dumb, stupid Google lessons, just don't be here, bro. Just don't be here, man.
God, this
Here's what
stream
you
is
should do,
classic,
RJ.
bro.
Here's what you should
This
do,
stream
RJ.
is classic.
Let me get to say. Here's what you should do, RJ. You should go pretend to watch another movie and then do a review on it,
No.
and then see what happens when you get called out for all the shit you call other people out for doing. You fucking cuck.
Oh, wow.
Okay, I think it's time to calm down.
Oh
I
my
think it's time
God.
to
Okay.
reset.
All right. Well, Chris, I love
And then he says
Can we-
Netflix is
can we
really
not-
not.
Could that be the last one tonight,
Honestly, it is
please?
the last one. Honestly, I'm in a bad headspace right now. I'm in
Okay,
a bad.
man,
I'm in a bad
sorry.
place. And I
Well, let's have let's cover-
RJ has been pushing on like
Okay,
me
well, just
and
ignore
Saggy
it.
and trolling for
Okay,
fucking
well, just-
days.
Oh
And
my
I'm finally
God.
to the point where I'm just sick of it, man.
Well, all right,
So
just
I
ignore
think-
it. Let's
I
just
think-
talk about Cobra Kai.
But
'cause I know you like
RJ
Cobra
is
Kai.
so good at calling out hypocrites, right? I mean, he's so good at it.
Okay,
I mean, I
Hey,
think we
Voltaire.
should call hypocrites out,
Hey,
right?
Voltaire.
Chris.
Don't interrupt, Chris. He's got
I
something
mean, if
going
you
here.
didn't really see a movie, but you went in on Mecha Random for doing the same thing,
Okay.
doesn't that make you a fucking liar too?
Oh, all right, Chris.
You love-
I'm gonna
you love promise
politely
I mean,
remove
doesn't
you
that make
because
you a-
I'm gonna politely remove you because it's not
No,
going. in.
Max,
I've been
don't
for
do
your
that.
own. No. Pert. I don't. I
Censorship.
love Chris.
I think we
It
can
is
stop him.
censorship.
I think if you
Because
just
I don't
ask him
want
to
a big
stop, he'll
thing
stop.
here. I just
I
want.
think if you ask him to stop, he'll stop. You don't.
I
have to
think he did that, didn't he?
Okay.
No.
I mean,
You
for,
were there. I was
like
trying to
Cobra
like
Fair
change
enough.
the
Kai.
subject.
do that.
Okay. Chris,
Anyway.
are we going to talk about
No,
Cobra
you're
Kai
absolutely.
now?
No, you are right. You are absolutely.
I don't want to cause
You're
any. I know
absolutely
you
right.
say you're not having a good day,
But
but
there's
let's talk
these.
about some
I mean,
positive.
you've got some serious snowflakes in your chat, bro.
Okay. Well,
Like, you got a few of them, man. You
well,
got some
don't-
Karens in there, some real life
My
Karens.
chat is
Okay.
so lit and
That
so
was,
awesome.
That was
I
too
cannot-
aggro. That was way too aggro.
All right,
Tuck your
let's
panties
talk
in,
about
baby.
Cobra Kai season 6.
Tuck your
Ah.
panties in, baby girl.
well, hang on. Before we do that, can I say I
Hundreds of
want to give,
beavers, challengers. We're having fun.
Anyway,
I want to give Corp credit for
anyway.
his review of that woman empowerment movie he did today, where Zendaya gets tag teamed and Perp really represented. The
She doesn't get
female
tag teamed,
empowerment.
asshole.
What do you mean?
Tag
All
team in the
the
movie?
all the
I am
trailers
gonna-
focus
I
on
am
that.
gonna- listen,
It ends
I'm
up. She
gonna- I am
ends up
gonna do-
having the two guys make out in front of her.
I am gonna do
Yeah.
so. I don't want your
That-
stream to get any more off the rails. And
Spoilers.
I don't know. if you
Spoilers.
can
She
control-
watches the two guys
I don't
make
know if
out.
I don't know
Voltaire.
if
Well,
I
that's
can
disappointing.
control
Now I don't
what
wanna see it.
say.
Wow, Max.
I'm just kidding. It's a joke.
Wow,
Crying
Max.
about
Gotta go.
what?
Have a good night,
Pop-Out?
Max.
Crowd about what, Pop Carter? You have no idea what I'm going on in my
Oh, Brucifer left. What the?
You have no idea what's going on in my life right now, dude. All I know is you like to take little
Okay, I
jabs
think I'm
no,
gonna
no,
head
no,
out.
from the
Pop,
chat.
Chris, I love you.
Just don't
All
even
right.
engage.
Yeah.
Stop.
You see, you guys tend to come back in. Chris just needs to calm down, chill out. I'll talk to you. I'll message you off the
This
stream.
was unhinged.
Your problem. You love this stuff. Just
I
calm
know
down.
it's entertaining, but you're right, Chris.
Okay.
Calm down. He's going through a bad one.
All right.
Lucifer's gone. So
And Brucifer left.
Yeah.
And
Hi, and
Volter
hello,
just got
everyone.
here.
Hi and hello, everyone.
Well, I'm
This
glad
week's
you're
back
here,
on
Voltaire.
track.
Yeah. Now we have someone for Good News of Twitter.
Oh wow, A+ segment.
Yeah. So Cobra Kai season 6.
yes.
Netflix announces premiere date for 15-episode 3-part conclusion. Did you just miss everything?
You
I
missed
was
everything, bro.
completely gone. What's up?
You just missed the
You
right
just
thing.
missed the best stream ever, Brian. You'd have no idea.
What?
You just missed the raging Chris.
No. Don't say what really
Well,
happened.
look at that background for Brian, everybody. He's got a bong or some kind of device.
Shit.
Big knees right next to it.
He's got a strong arm, is what he's got.
Do the math, everybody.
Okay. RJ,
okay,
if I invite you in, it's only on topics, not about what happened. I'm serious. I don't want any. I'm just so sick of this stuff. So we'll talk about the topic if you would talk about Cobra Kai. You have anything to say about Cobra Kai, RJ?
No, he doesn't.
No, he
I
just wants
wanted
to.
to talk about something else.
Is it entertainment related?
Has anyone seen The Bad Batch? The final episode was last night.
No, I have not.
Yeah, I saw
it.
It was a
God,
letdown.
Gotta watch Bad Batch. What are you guys doing?
It was
Two
okay.
people just said they saw it and it was lackluster.
Is it a
Not
comic
anything
book?
else,
Is it a
RJ?
comic book, RJ? Because that's what they care about
It's-
around here.
It's a
Okay.
Star Wars.
No,
No, they don't
Anything
care about
else,
Star
RJ?
Wars anymore. When was the last time we cared about Star Wars, dude? Years.
Listen. I love Star Wars. I love the Clone Wars. I love Rebels.
I
But
love
when
my
they
lamp.
got to like the side
my dog.
stories, like the Bad Batch about clone troopers, it was interesting at first.
Oh,
I just
That's what I've been
fell
trying
off.
to tell people. Like The Bad Batch is literally like it's setting up so much storytelling stuff going. By the way, my
Look,
voice is still
this is my cousin. Says it's so good.
like it's setting up a lot of storytelling stuff to like try and make the sequels make more sense.
You care about storytelling?
Yeah,
Why haven't you watched Challengers? It's great storytelling. It's best storytelling I've seen in a while. Why haven't you watched
because
it?
I've been sick for the past 5 days.
Female empowerment via
Shut up,
threesome.
Voltaire.
By the way, is anyone going to go see the Fall Guy this weekend?
Don't tell my co-host to shut up. You're my co-host too, but come on.
You're
Yeah,
right.
how dare you, perp? You really hurt my feelings.
I apologize, Voltaire.
Oh,
Is
okay,
it-
accept
Anyone
apology.
seen the Fall Guy this weekend?
No, I want to.
not yet.
I am going to open the cottage tomorrow with my mother, which she's very OCD about everything. Like, everything has to be a
Is that a
certain way.
euphemism?
No, that's actually what I'm doing.
Is anybody going to see the Phantom Menace re-release this weekend?
I would like to. I would like to
might-
get bolstered.
I might actually go and see
If-
the Spider-Man film which comes out in August for us for the re-release.
That's in
So-
August.
Yeah.
We're talking about the weekend.
Nobody
Oh,
cares.
the weekend.
That's way out.
Well, that's just when he's going to go to the theater next.
Oh, in
Yeah,
August?
Yes.
You're not going to the movie theaters?
He's
until
going to watch
August.
Rebel Moon every day until
Oh man,
then.
theaters are done.
No.
So I'll be a
No,
great-
I've
You're
got like so many things going on in the next couple of
Yeah.
months, so
Oh, okay.
that's why.
A couple of months.
Yeah, well, if you go see the Phantom Menace re-release this weekend, you get an exclusive look at the Acolyte. So,
Ooh. So deal with that.
That would be cool. I am really looking forward to the Acolyte. That honestly is on a higher level for me than I'm very happy they're doing Tales of the Empire. I didn't watch Tales of the Jedi yet either.
It's
Bad
very
Batch.
short, very low commitment,
Yeah.
Max.
I should watch it. I should. But the Acolyte is like at the top of my list.
What, Tales of the Empire is this weekend, right?
Mhm.
yeah, I'll be honest though. I was reading a review. I think it was from Jacob Fisher from Discussing Film, and his review basically said it's good, but only one half is worth watching.
Is that the guy who refused to review the Spider-Woman movie?
No, that's Chris Stuckman.
Oh, my mistake.
No, I'm talking about the Stuckman film, the outlet. Because Tales of the Empire is doing 2 stories. One of them is about Morgan Elsbeth, the villainous character from Ahsoka. The other one is telling the story about what happened to Barra Sophie after the Clone Wars, where she betrayed Ahsoka and went rogue, and it's telling the story about how she became an Inquisitor. So the reviews I was seeing was that the Morgan Elsbeth story is kind of lame, but the Barra Sophie stuff is like really, really good. So it's like one half is kind of one half is like worth watching. So
I'm pumped.
Deal with that. So deal with that.
I'm very excited, Isaac.
No, I'm actually more excited Tales of the Empire than Tales of the Jedi. Like, I thought that was cool that they did that, but did anyone know that they were immediately going to do Tales of the Empire after? I didn't know.
Speaking of Chris Stuckman, though, I don't know if you guys saw this. You know, he's making his own movie right now.
I thought he already did it.
He
got a producer. He got Mike Flanagan.
Yeah, Mike Flanagan came on as a producer.
Which is a huge deal.
I'm rooting for him. I'll watch it and I'll actually review it.
No, you're not allowed to review, Max.
No, I review.
No, you're not supposed to.
Oh, he reviews all right.
I'm just saying that's pretty big to get the endorsement of Mike Flanagan.
Yeah, Flanagan is actually an awesome guy when it comes to different communities. He's given shout outs to YouTubers. He has his own Letterbox. He actually just reviewed on Letterbox. He just reviewed Civil War. He actually wrote down a review. He seems like a really in touch guy with different communities. So I love that.
All right. Well,
I think you're right. That's hilarious.
What?
Well, I'm complimenting our chatters. Sometimes they're hilarious and clever.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, I do want to actually talk about Cobra Kai. Who's here's watched all the seasons? Who here's on board for this finale? I'm going to be honest. I'm happy this is the final season. Like, I've enjoyed it. I really loved it at first. The last few seasons have been getting a little iffy. It's not bad. It's just like really soap opera-y, you know. And they're really trying to stretch what they have here, I think. So I hope it has a really strong and great finale. And hopefully we get the next Karate Kid. What was her name? I didn't even see that one.
Hilary Swank.
I still haven't seen that Karate Kid movie. That's the only one I haven't seen. I watched the other ones multiple times.
That's the next one.
But that also has Mr. Miyagi in it too.
Wait, hold on. Stop. Hilary Swank died.
Oh my goodness. Girls Don't Cry. Hilary Swank died.
She got
a character.
Remember, she was in a box. She died in a boxing match.
Oh right, she fell backwards. Poor lady.
Oh, I thought.
This is like the worst joke ever.
Ever. No, I'm serious.
After the chaos that this stream was, now we're reduced to these awful dad jokes.
No,
I'm out.
Serious. I thought Hilary Swank
died.
Didn't she die in a
Probably
boxing
gonna go. I was having more fun doing other shit.
Are you guys? Well, you know what? That's fine. Me, Taladia, Voltaire, and RJ will hold it down.
That sounds entertaining.
So, yeah, well, it would be.
Probably Voltaire. I mean, he's pretty funny.
Oh, thank you, Brian. Cobra Kai, so far, I've enjoyed it. It's mindless, fun watch. You know what I mean? Interesting that they're releasing it in 5-episode chunks. I don't think that's a bad idea, truthfully. I don't know what the gaps are in between.
Well, that's what they did for the last season of Stranger Things, too. They knew that they have a hit, so they break it up. Do little drops.
Well, it's because it's about milking the subscribers. You know, you dredge it out. You know,
I'm aware.
With the fact that Cobra Kai is actually finishing up, and because they're doing a new Karate Kid film, it kind of makes sense. Because the fact is that Ralph Macchio is doing the next thing in the Karate Kid series. So them breaking it up is actually amplify the hype for the next Karate Kid film, if you think about it. So you got 5 episodes in June, then you got I believe in July, I can't remember, but they're breaking it up basically in 3 parts. 3 seasons.
this series has shown that poor Johnny Lawrence, the actor, he really never got another shot, but he's actually really good in this series. And
I don't know
mean,
why. I
Yeah.
don't know why he's not going to be in the movie. That seems like a really dumb.
movie
decision.
is a mistake. I think they should have carried on from this thing to some level, made it a bit more
Joey
serious.
I'm
Lawrence?
more excited about the movie than the finale.
Well, let me
Joey
ask,
Lawrence
let
is
me
in
ask you
this?
guys a question.
Is he
though.
directing?
Well, I wanted to ask a question real quick.
Mhm.
So we know there's a movie coming, so they're releasing it in 3 parts. I think it's June, November, and then sometime next year. Any possibility that Jackie Chan shows up in the finale to set up the movie?
I would think so.
I would think so.
Are the same creators involved in the movie?
No.
Oh, then maybe not.
That would
No,
be
but-
that would be
I'm just saying, if you want to make it next level,
that would be the one of the coolest things they could do. Was
Well, what about Jaden Smith or whatever, Will Smith's kid? Will he show up?
No,
no
no.
one's going to cheer for that. It's like, I would, but
It'll
See,
actually,
but the thing
I
is,
liked it.
What?
yeah, it'll actually be Jada and Willow Smith. They'll show up.
Yeah, Willow.
See,
I whip my hair
but-
back and forth. I whip my hair back and forth. She fights with her hair. That'd be awesome.
That's great. Oh, I would like to see that.
I mean, if you had a chance to have Jackie Chan or Jaden Smith, what's going to get you more
Jackie Chan.
excited? Yeah.
Pretentious Nepo baby versus legitimate actor and icon. I'll probably take Jackie Chan in that case.
You think Jackie Chan's gonna show up in a show?
Yeah,
I think he
because he's-
would if they
I
asked.
mean,
Has he
but-
done it before? Has he showed up in a TV? I think that's like.
I mean, he's done. He's
he's
worked
making
with
movies over
Netflix.
in China now.
No.
Yeah.
But here's the thing.
Put in America.
Here's the thing. He's worked with Netflix before. You got to remember that.
With what?
He worked with John Cena on with Netflix on a
That was a
movie.
vaulted movie Netflix bought.
But still, regardless, right? I can still see like Jackie Chan come in and just do a cameo, a 5-second cameo, just to try and tease whatever the next Karate Kid film would be, because that'd be interesting, right? Max, just thinking about it.
Yeah. I mean, I would be on board for it. I wouldn't be disappointed if they don't do it though, because I'm really, again, I am looking forward to the movie more than this finale. Because
Does that movie have anything to do with Netflix?
I don't know.
No.
No, it's a Sony movie that they're doing by themselves.
But Ralph Macchio's in it too. It's weird.
Ralph Macchio-
Well,
yeah,
that's-
I don't know how they're going to sell that
that's
to
the
the
weird part.
audience.
That's the weird part to me, because Sony owns the rights to the Karate Kid, and you have Sony Television making Cobra Kai, and then you have Sony Pictures making this new Karate
All right,
Kid
that's
movie,
kinda
but
funny.
not. Yeah,
The show's going to be about Jaden Smith teaching his dad how to slap.
Oh, there we go. That's where he learned how to
That's
do it.
just the setup. Go to the last comment
Wait.
for the
You go
payoff.
Slap left, slap right.
The season
Slap
finale
left.
takes place at the Oscars 2022.
That's a full
Oh
arc
my
right there.
goodness.
but that's what I'm saying though. It's so weird.
That's a pop counterculture. Well done, brother.
You would think that with Sony working on this, you have Sony TV doing Cobra Kai and Sony Pictures doing the movie, that there'd be more crossover between the two. But it seems like the movie is just doing its own thing. It's like only connective tissue is bringing back Ralph Macchio. I doubt they're even going to acknowledge Cobra Kai except for like a line of dialogue, maybe. It's just weird to me. I feel like they should do a more blatant direct continuation from it,
Yeah, so my understanding is the guys who created the Cobra Kai show, they're very protective of the IP because it's kind of their baby, and they kind of like. Remember, this was a YouTube Red item, trying to get YouTube TV. Remember that? And
Yeah.
it was kind of the way they did it for what it is. They've done a great job. So I don't know why they would want
Yeah, that's the crazy thing. It was a YouTube
Wow.
Red show when YouTube was first doing that before it became YouTube Premium.
I don't
so popular.
usually.
Picked
Oh,
it up.
good. I don't usually like to cover this type of subject, but this is really weird.
Oh,
Like,
you're gonna talk about The Rock pissing in bottles?
No.
Oh my God, RJ.
Dan Schneider files lawsuit against Quiet on Set producer for falsely implying he was involved in abuse.
Let's get
Whereas
the complaint. Let's get the complaint.
Yeah, we can do that. Voltaire on the Voltaire show. He actually apologized after this movie, though. That's what's weird. Now he's suing. That's why I was like, what?
Well, he was apologizing, I think, for making people uncomfortable with something else. But I think, I had to go in and read the whole thing, but it seems like he's suing them for basically.
Did anyone actually see this? I mean, this is an important topic. It is. It's uncomfortable.
So
but
I
the
didn't.
children in the entertainment industry need to be protected at all costs. And this is disgusting that this type of stuff happened. I didn't watch it. I might actually, because it's going to be a tough watch. You know, you don't want to hear.
Oh no,
especially
it's
about
not,
young people.
To watch. No, I mean I haven't personally watched it. My mom is way more into like true crime stuff and like stuff like this, documentaries like this. So she watched it. She said it makes everyone involved look pretty bad. I mean, it's not just Dan Snyder that got exposed.
A lot of Nickelodeon.
It was a lot. It was more so just about company culture, you know.
You did watch it, Pop? Especially, yeah. Like, I do like documentaries.
The reason it's such a tough watch though is because they interview a lot of the child actors that were impacted, you know, and they're very open about their experiences. And it's pretty rough to hear them talk about it because it gets pretty emotional.
I'm undecided if I want to watch it or not because you know.
I mean, I think everyone should watch it just because I feel like it is something very important to know and be aware of.
But what's the next step? Is there like a foundation to help young people in the industry or something? Some type of thing that people could go research to help? Like, I don't know, or just awareness helps.
I think it's more about raising awareness, honestly.
Better parents.
Yeah,
well, the parents have something to say too, but you know,
the documentary dives into this. A lot of the parents are to blame as well, like Drake Bell's parents. I think it was Drake Bell's mom. There was some. Yeah, parents. Some of their parents are very much enablers, which is very sad.
I mean, how do you leave your kid alone anywhere? You know what I mean?
That's what they dive into. A lot of it was very purposeful because they just wanted the money.
Well, there you go. Same with that Michael Jackson documentary.
Oh wait, Vince says Brett and Link had a show on YouTube called Buddy System.
How when they came up with the title for this movie, Quiet on the Set.
Yeah.
How smug do you think? Like, oh, I got the perfect title for this thing. Like, you know, because it was people were keeping quiet about this big conspiracy.
That is a good title.
Yeah, they were very smug.
I kind of think Perk wants to move. I understand this is an uncomfortable topic, so we should probably move on. But I just the only reason I brought it up, I was like very shocked that he made an apologies and now he's suing.
Well, yeah, you know what else too? Everybody,
I hope he's held accountable if he's guilty. It doesn't look good. That's all my final comment on it.
And I mean, I'm not defending the man. I don't even know anything about the story. But if he didn't do something, right? If you're innocent, this is your only defense, is to sue, right? So you can say he's a jerk, he's a piece of garbage, all that kind of thing. But you know what the defense to a defamation suit is? Truth, right? So this lawsuit will show us some things. And you know what? What if there was some stuff that wasn't true? I mean, if you look at like some of the analysis of that Making a Murderer and you find out what the filmmakers did compared to what the evidence was, I'm not defending anyone. Again, if you were innocent, this is how you fight it. You sue. So, you know, let's see what comes out.
Okay. All right. Moving on. Let's go to good news of Twitter. Cheers, everyone. Go ahead.
Before we go to good news, so can The Rock sue Humberto Gonzalez for that article that came out?
If it's false, I guess. If it's true, it just makes him, you know.
Oh, that he peed in the bottles? Yeah.
Yeah. Did you see, by the way, did you guys see what the Rap tweeted out a video where they linked to their article and they got some really old Instagram video where it showed The Rock like filming something and he showed a pee bottle and they used it as proof that it happened?
Okay. So yes, the answer is yes, because that's defamatory. That would interfere with The Rock's reputation in the business world, right? In his business world, right? Like he's troublesome on the set. He's urinating in bottles and having underlings carry his urine bottles around. So if it's not true, he could 100% sue.
If it is true, he just doesn't want it out, it's not going to help him.
Or if it's partly true, you know what I mean? Like, you know, so yeah, The answer is yes.
Jade says that was common for wrestlers on the road. That's maybe where he got it started from.
Yeah.
It's also common for private
In
investors.
the bottom of an empty bottle.
Well, I wanted to mention.
I would hope so.
There's something interesting. I just wanted your guys' perspective on this because I was watching Grace's live stream earlier, and she talked about the Rock thing and the Jerry Seinfeld thing. With the Rock situation, her speculation is that she feels like. So we're gonna dive into some spicy stuff in a second.
Oh my god!
No, I'm serious because like some.
You got some variety to your
some
tone.
stuff. Okay. So her speculation is that The Rock has made enemies in Hollywood and he's really angered people because he's.
Oh, I want to see this. Do you have a timestamp?
Yeah, go ahead. Pull up
God damn it, RJ! Why'd you do this to this?
No.
man?
Why do you hate on female creators? I love Grace.
So just let me finish real quick though. So her speculation is that because Dwayne his career was so badly hurt by Black Adam, he felt the need to try and appeal to a more conservative base and try.
What the f?
She's just taking that from his comments. And I'm not going to
let me
pick
finish.
politicians anymore.
I know, but let me finish real quick. That he made an attempt to try. He had to go back to WWE to appeal to those kinds of people and that kind of stuff. And what happened, if you remember, he went on Fox Nation with Will Kane and he complained about wokeness and cancel culture. So her speculation is that this piece came out basically because Hollywood is very angry at The Rock for the comments he made in the Fox Nation interview where he talked about wokeness, cancel culture, and not supporting Joe Biden.
Interesting.
So she feels like Hollywood is like kind of giving The Rock some licks in because he's kind of like overstepped his boundaries a little bit.
And he's competition with Hollywood right now with WWE streaming.
You turned him into a conspiracy. Where's our tinfoil hats, people?
Well, basically, Grace is saying that The Rock has lost a lot of fans by using the word woke. That he's kind of like he's trying too hard to right wingers.
Well, also, you know what? Just going on the Joe Rogan show nowadays will alienate people like Perp. You know what I mean?
That's not absolutely even remotely true.
Not absolutely. Which video is it?
It's a recent live stream that just happened today.
Today?
Yeah.
Oh, Dwayne Johnson. Dwayne Johnson drama. Ooh. Grace, what do you have to say here?
You're so excited, Max. It makes me sick.
I am. I haven't watched Grace in a while, and then she's spilling the tea.
And then she's spilling stuff you like to hear.
Thank you, Drago.
Oh, Jerry and Dwayne.
I was going to ask you.
Chris was right.
What?
Chris was right about like people just like they believe with like, you know, when they say what they like, and then you don't believe her when she's saying stuff you don't like.
I love her. I think she's.
I'm not saying what she's saying is true. She could.
Yeah, you could skip the Jerry Seinfeld stuff because that doesn't really matter.
It's the only what other lady is really prominent in this space? You know what I mean? So I like to have some diversity and hear some different voices. Perp.
And
you know,
that's
like a random.
Why he feels, and he said, "Slow down, guys. Who even cares what you think? Because the movie business is dead." So clearly, so that's one thing. And then when he's saying, "Oh, thank you, Bay,"
That's still Jerry Seinfeld.
Hey, does she know Michael Bay? Is she saying hi to Michael Bay?
She's saying, "Hey, Bay."
No.
Hey, Bay.
She knows Michael Bay.
That's a secret code to Michael Bay. Perp.
I
She does
know.
that on
Hey, Bay.
Jade says she needs a
That's how I talk to Michael Bay too. I was like, "What's up, Bay?"
artificial worlds. What are you talking about? I've been on.
I call him Big Bay.
Okay.
Big boy Bay.
I hope you saw my message to you. I tried to get through to you.
Oh, she's trying to get hold of
So
Bay.
anyway,
It's
then
about
when he
Jerry
said that
Seinfeld,
the
you know,
extreme,
like
when he
another
said that the
deal.
extreme left has killed comedy, I think he clearly feels like people are going to say his movie isn't funny. So he's like, "Don't blame me." He's going to say, "Blame the notes that he got." So
I actually believe that too. That he's setting itself up in case he's not happy with his movie.
Oh god.
Well, she is really going the conspiracy route. Wow.
No. If you set up all this, if you set up all this framing for your movie to come out, and you got constant notes for Pop-Tarts, the movie, what he wanted to do, and Netflix kept. Although Netflix seems to be a little better than other studios.
No one could set up a movie like Josh Trank. Let me tell you.
Wait, who gives Jerry Seinfeld notes? I mean, they've been dying to get him to do any kind of movie forever. He hasn't. I mean, where he's like Jerry Seinfeld. I'm not talking about B movie and all that kind of thing. I mean, like a real movie. I'm shocked that he gets any notes, but okay. I don't know.
Yeah. By the way, the Rock stuff is at the 14-minute mark.
There you go.
Jerry Seinfeld triggers me.
Oh God.
Yeah, right about there. Yeah.
Wrote an expose. No one picked it up, by the way, which I think is very interesting. These days, when one trade writes something, all the other trades immediately quote it and write their own article, which I've seen them do it like almost immediately to the point.
So,
call him out. Call him out, Grace.
Well, no. What she's saying though is that this article only came from one person, Humberto Gonzalez.
Yeah, and then no one else.
Ooh, I've heard that name before. That must be bad.
And nobody else picked it up.
I've heard this name before. That must be bad.
Humberto Gonzalez is.
Wasn't he something with the Star Wars or something like that? Didn't you do something bad
He's
there?
like Scott Mendelson. He likes to trigger people. He likes to go after people.
He's like another name I don't know.
Well, no, Humberto Gonzalez, he used to run a website called Latino Review, where he used to be a scooper back in the day.
Why is that funny, perp?
So Humberto used to be a notorious scooper with Latino Review.
I can laugh at that.
And then he tried going legit by founding Heroic Hollywood, and then he joined the Wrap. So he kind of went legit.
No, Latino Review actually had really good scoops. I heard back in the day.
No, Latino Review was bad. They
didn't have good scoops back in the day.
Humberto liked to stir the pot.
He's made a lot of enemies stirring the pot. Yeah.
Didn't he have some kind of Star Wars controversy a couple of years ago?
But it seems like The Rock has enough connections that the other outlets kind of squashed it and didn't run with it too. Though that is significant. That is significant. I didn't know that before watching this video.
Yeah,
that's significant.
Yeah, Tim Heidecker is super duper lefty, by the way.
Yeah, but Tim Heidecker is also super duper hilarious.
Yeah, I just want to give.
I'm a big fan.
Yeah, I just want to give context about what she's talking about. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
Point where like I saw like the story first. Okay, like I think I saw like one trade have a quote and be like, "Oh, look at this," and then I scrolled down and I saw the original story at another trade below it in the feed where they said, "Oh, here's our exclusive," but the other trade just went yoink and took the exclusive and packaged it themselves. So I was like, "That's insane." So that's what they're willing to do. But they didn't do it with this rap story about Dwayne Johnson. I think because it was a little shady. And then also, I'm sure Dwayne Johnson has an excellent publicity team who was like,
they squashed it.
This story. All right. So what was the story? So Amazon's Red One. Okay. Thank you, Optimus Prime Ribs. So Amazon's Red One is this Christmas movie that's coming out.
Thank you, Optimus Prime Ribs.
Was that one of our chatters?
Yeah, that's an awesome.
Yeah, why don't we have creative names in the chat?
That actually is a pretty funny.
What are you talking about? We got Anthony Cheeseman.
Oh my god, that's the worst one, bro.
We got Pop Counterculture. We got
clever
Isaac,
names.
Movie Fan, Artificial Worlds.
I mean, come on, our chatters are top notch on YouTube.
Yeah, we need more funny names.
Optimus Prime Rib.
There's nothing on that.
That's terrific. I can't say anything. That's terrific.
And before that, it was Bay.
At least co-stars Chris Evans themselves. So I was like, that's insane. So that's what they're willing to do. But they didn't do it with this rap story about Dwayne Johnson. I think because it was a little shady. And then also, I'm sure Dwayne Johnson has an excellent publicity team who was like, don't repeat this story. All right, so what was the story? So Amazon's Red One, okay? Thank you, Optimus Prime Ribs. So Amazon's Red One is this Christmas movie that's coming out this Christmas. And it not only co-stars Chris Evans and J.K. Simmons, Oscar winner J.K. Simmons. I'm sure both of them are like, how the hell did we get involved in this? Part of the story is that Dwayne Johnson apparently urinated into a water bottle. And not just any water bottle, thank you, a Voss water bottle.
Yeah, why did they point that out?
Try to ruin his brand deals.
I think it's ruin his brand deals. Yeah.
God,
it was
what I mean.
No, because he has a lot of.
That's what we're talking about.
A lot.
That is the level we're talking about here, people.
This is Hollywood.
No, what I'm saying.
Entourage. That's what I'm saying. Entourage.
This is exactly like that episode of Entourage. Oh my god, you're right.
This is why people are saying that article is shady.
I have facts to give you, Perp. He insists on having at his movie premieres a bar with his specialty liquor.
Terramana. Yeah, Terramana.
Yeah. Okay. So when you talk about, he's promoting this and he pees in bottles, it's not a good look if you bottle
What are you
liquids.
telling me? What do you think you're telling me here?
You don't see? You don't see?
I don't see what? I don't see
funny.
what?
It's so funny.
It's not a good look
It's
to
not a
have
good-
that
not a
out
good
there.
look
Who
for
said
some-
otherwise?
If you pee, okay.
It's so funny the way you say peas. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. That's why the article felt really shady, because it's like
They didn't
the-
even include
the way-
that part.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It felt like it included details that just like for very.
I mean, I can understand when I'm pumping iron, I don't want to stop to
Sure.
go upstairs to the restroom. I just want to keep pumping.
Perfectly reasonable.
Well, yeah, yeah.
And my
pump the
supplements
jam,
make
pump
me
it
feel
up.
like
Well,
a
no, no,
racehorse.
the reason, so the way that they were trying to slander him though was they were like, well, he pees when he works on movies. Like
Yeah.
he won't go to the stop to go to the bathroom because he's so busy and he's so late that he has to pee in a bottle so they can make the movie
RJ,
on time.
But when I was reading that, I thought it was weird when it said he urinated in a Voss bottle. Like it's just
You know,
It's
you know what the Rock
unnecessary-
needed?
it's an unnecessary detail.
You know what the Rock needed, RJ?
Penalty, unnecessary roughness. Hey, I did a sports analogy, guys.
No, he
I don't
needed
know.
a
I don't know
bidet.
that
That's what he needed.
Yeah,
well, I mean that's not
Okay.
going to help you for that.
No,
Well, you
Yeah.
wouldn't be in a
Unless you're a
bottle if
lady.
you had a bidet waiting, would you?
Right.
He needed a bidet.
It's only going to help a lady.
No,
that
it's a
for
bad
that-
look when
for
someone else
number
just
one.
throw it away too. Yeah.
Well, that's part of the job of the underlings. You know, if you urinate in the Gatorade bottle, you give it to your assistant. That's just the way it goes.
in the bottoms of an empty
Just
batter.
make sure there's not a lot of lemon flavored Gatorade around the set.
That lemon lime is my
Confusing.
favorite one.
It can get confusing.
Every time she says red one, I'm thinking red
I don't know,
wine makes me feel so fine.
I said, to me,
See,
that-
this is also where I get this bias of Hollywood's dirty perp, as I'm a Beyond the Trailer watcher, and the tea is spilled.
Water bottles, because
Get a
he was
blanket.
like, "Oh, I don't want to mess up our timing," and he didn't want to go find a bathroom. Okay, so I'm sure, yeah, that's right, Mexican 8 Nacho. The PR tour is going to be insane because you know that every single interview, particularly
I
at the
could
late
listen
night
to
talk
Thursday
show, is going
screenings
to
all
ask
day long.
J.K. Simmons and Chris Evans if Dwayne Johnson is peeing in water bottles, and like,
Okay, one
what
more
are they
thing.
going to do?
Pause it for a
I
second,
think
Mac.
it really sucks.
Yeah.
So one more thing in The Rock's defense. The Rock probably doesn't eat a lot of carbohydrates. He's probably all lean protein, no bread, nothing like that. So that tends to make, the liquid go right through you. So he probably has to urinate quite a bit. You know what I mean?
Well,
So,
when you're working out, hydrate too.
well, that too. He's probably drinking a gallon of water.
And the supplements he says he's not on does not help with that problem either.
Well, and if he's taking those quote unquote supplements, that dehydrates the hell out of you. So he has to drink a lot, and then couple that with not a lot of bread. He's going to the bathroom quite often.
Yeah.
So.
If he
Sucks for
hired a professional pee person,
Uh-huh.
would everyone be okay with it?
Fascinating question.
Would everyone be okay with this?
I don't think that job
If he
title
hired it,
exists
it's
or
like
should
and he
exist.
goes out and he says specifically,
What if
I
he-
want someone
see,
to deal with my pee.
Here's what
on
I
set."
think I solved the.
I
the
think
rock
someone
problems.
would do it.
Get a
Oh,
rubber
for sure.
from
Is that ethical?
$12. Once you get in the bottle, put it in the tote, and then someone carry the tote. Then it's not as gross, Then you don't.
Yeah,
have
he's
Actually, they do have an official title for someone who disposes of urine. It's called waste management.
there. You go. He wants to make sure somebody doesn't take his urine and then
On
sell
set,
it
it's
on
called
eBay.
rock management.
just have the Rock's waste management assistant.
Yeah, the waste management.
Could
rock
you
company.
imagine-
He has an entourage.
Yeah, could you imagine his horror if somebody was selling vials?
Dude,
of
that's
heard-
also some
I heard
great
Santa
bodyguard
does
shit.
too.
'Cause no one's gonna mess with you if you have like an entourage of piss bottle holders.
Yeah.
Just like
And
everyone
you-
will get away
again,
from you.
You don't have to worry about somebody selling vials.
You know
of
what?
return
And then
meat.
this story would come out that he has an official vat, and it would still look bad.
Yeah.
I think we'd be. I think we'd be in this.
I'm thinking of starting a
situation.
piss gang.
We haven't even
No,
gotten into the
don't.
crazy stuff yet.
The crazy stuff.
All right,
Yeah,
keep
it's the
going.
thing. Keep watching.
So, I mean, and we don't even know if it's true, by the way. All right. It's unless someone has a picture.
I would
of-
think if it wasn't true, we would,
She's asking for a picture.
no, I don't want pictures. Grace,
No, but that's her point, though. Unless someone has photographic proof of this, then no one should believe it because it's too
Well,
absurd.
I think if it wasn't true, that his PR would have been all over it. I think
No,
it's true.
here's the
I
thing.
think it's true.
but
Here's
but
the
no,
thing.
but
No.
no.
Here's
but
the
Matt,
thing. It's somewhere in the middle. There's probably been a situation where it happened like once, twice, even, and that's it. and then they're making a big deal out
But
of
if
it.
you
I agree
read,
with that.
But if you read
That's
the,
that's
that's the
possible.
crazy thing that Amazon, WWE, and like another company came out and said no, the story is not true.
Oh, they did?
Yeah, Amazon and WWE.
Oh, I didn't know
gave-
that.
Yeah,
I
they
didn't
gave
know
a
that.
statement to the rap saying this is not
No,
true.
I heard they said that they're happy with him not.
Yeah, they
I
said that
heard a
this is
story
not- yeah,
about
they-
him
they
delaying
both-
the set is not true. Not
Yeah,
the
they both said
bottle.
that this is not true, and we're happy.
Yeah, but not the
for
bottle
them.
part. I haven't heard
Did the
that.
story mention if they were on studio or on location
I
somewhere
don't
else in the
remember.
jungle or something?
That's the other thing too.
Yeah.
You
I
know,
don't
Jumanji. I don't think there's a lot of. I don't know.
No, there's bathrooms on. They very very fucking take care of these guys.
Yeah, all the 18-wheeler, the long haul truckers are gonna fall in love with The Rock for this.
All right. Well, let's see. Let's get the tea
Of him
here.
doing it. I don't think it's an appropriate.
Let's spill the tea, not the
All right,
Voss bottle,
and
please.
you know, and I've seen people. I've gotten some of these snaps. People take
Well-
pictures on set. Okay, so I don't see why. And they said that they made like a PA get rid of it. So I don't understand why an upset PA didn't like take a picture and be like, to use someday, right?
I would take it.
All
and
right,
sell
so
it on
that
eBay.
was the most salacious of the accusations. But they also said
I'd sell it
that
to
he was
China so
off
they
to-
make clones of the Rock.
I would date.
But no, that's
the
the whole
final
point.
boss is Voss bottle. Actually, I should make an eBay. I
Yeah.
should go buy a Voss
But
bottle.
but it
Oh
also-
my God.
I love
that's really
Gatorade
cool.
and put it on eBay right now.
Try to get a
But-
job being a PA.
Let's make
on
an
the next movie.
NFT of it.
But in all seriousness, though, right? That's a good point to raise. If he's constantly making his assistants throw away piss bottles, you're telling me nobody's taking a picture of it?
Or selling it.
Pop in the
Or
chat
like-
says he literally points out piss bottles in the background of his IG videos as proof that he's a hard worker. That there is proof out there.
Okay.
Yeah, no, that's what I was talking about earlier. The Rap shared one of those videos to try and make their story seem more legit. That's what I'm talking about, the clickbait
Gotcha.
nonsense.
Yeah.
Well, and some people do
Yeah.
brag about that as hard
late to
work.
film.
In my industry, we hire private investigators sometimes.
That's
And
so
one
weird.
guy, like one of our clients, was upset at how much he was billing, and he called and he yelled. He goes, "Do you know I was in that van for this many hours? I pissed in a Gatorade bottle and blah." Like he was bragging about, you know. So some people take pride in that kind of thing.
All right.
They take pride in that. I don't think
I
he called
can't-
you with,
I-
I don't think he was
all
yelling with
around
pride
him.
with that one.
I can't
then
believe we're
also,
talking about piss.
It made the
in a
cost
bottle.
of production skyrocket to like $250
Sorry,
million.
Cal.
And they came after everybody. They were saying that the producers from Dwayne Johnson's company don't have enough experience. They said the people at Amazon who are running the film division overseeing this movie didn't have enough experience. And you're like, what the heck is happening here, man? But yet every single official comment was very supportive of Dwayne Johnson, from the WWE, where they also said he was late all the time. I mean, Madonna's late too, right? I mean, that happens, right? To, you know, Amazon. Amazon also backed him fully. All right. Now, unfortunately, there's a little bit of smoke here.
Uh-oh.
And that he, of course, had an infamous feud with Vin Diesel on the Fast and Furious movies. But I got to tell you, I've heard some not so great stuff about Vin Diesel either. But the Fast and Furious movies print so much money that that's why he's still able to get his an amazing cast to work with him. But Dwayne Johnson,
I heard Vin Diesel was the one late to set.
Yeah, that was that back in the day. That was the reports about why they were feuding, because like The Rock was taking it super seriously because there was so much money on the table, and Vin Diesel was just like showing up late and just like doing whatever he wanted.
Mhm.
And like their styles, their like personalities just didn't mix very well.
I take the wrong side.
Fantastic cinema.
Clash. That's what it was.
Yeah, it was a
Johnson
clash.
doesn't need money. So maybe that's the reason that he decided to leave. Maybe they're both difficult. We don't know. First, and I'd also like to say that there's a lot of sharing in the press. You know, unless there's someone did something like illegal, okay, or criminal, right? You're supposed, you know, this stuff's supposed to stay, you know, in the industry. So,
So that she's saying part of the industry is not to throw dirty laundry out unless it's really like it's illegal.
Well, unless it's like
It's
criminal,
really
you're
criminal.
not like really like stuff like this is just very.
It's
childish.
meant to embarrass him.
Yeah,
it's
that's what I'm
meant to
saying. It
embarrass
feels like
them.
it's just like sharing stuff that doesn't need to be shared.
Yeah. Like usually there's money to be made. Just keep this quiet. Like it is weird that it came out.
Yeah.
to me, I'm not sure why this got out. To me, it feels like an extension
Entourage
of his
Or-
interview that he did. So let me touch on that. So I believe it was on Fox, all right, or Fox Sports or something. So about a month ago, Dwayne Johnson does this interview where he says that he not only hates cancel culture, but, and there's a discussion to be had there, right? But then he also said that he was not in favor. He felt the world was becoming woke. And again, everybody was like, I mean, that disappointed me that he used that term. That really disappointed me a lot. Hey, Fabin91, I was sad that he used the term because I really have loved Dwayne Johnson. I've interacted with him a few times on social media. I interviewed him
Is that
once.
where we're getting to the part though where, okay, he didn't say something you
Well, there's
told-
context though, so can I get some context?
No, I
there?
remember that I was
Because
fine with
that
his
was
interview.
during. So this was on Fox Nation.
Yeah.
He was doing an interview
Fox
with Will
Nations.
Kane
Yeah.
during WrestleMania weekend. It was an interview about WrestleMania.
He was
And then
he was
Will
promoting
Kane-
on Fox. Yeah.
Yeah, and then Will Kane kind of brought up because The Rock kind of publicly Will Kane was talking to The Rock about if he was going to endorse Joe Biden again during the election season, and he said no.
I think more people should just stay out because it's so volatile politics.
Right, but also Will Kane was just talking about politics because it's Fox Nation. Of course, he's going to ask a question about that. And The Rock basically went off about cancel culture and what he felt like. Like I remember the exact quote. Someone can find it, but he talked about
the response is let's embarrass him and somewhat.
Well, he talked about, he says he doesn't like woke culture. He doesn't like the current woke, political correct culture that we have.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people were very disappointed by that. And people were also disappointed that he said, I'm not going to endorse Joe Biden or any political candidate moving forward.
Mm-hmm.
So that kind of...
I understand where some people will be slightly disappointed, but go to the fact where they want to trash him now.
Well, I think
guess
also,
it's very
too, you have to... Again, not to get all political, but it's also he did that interview where he said all this stuff on Fox.
Yeah.
Right. And
that's
and you know,
that's
Fox
a no if you're in the industry, if you're in SAG and you
that's
where they say there's not a lot of right-leaning people left that still work in Hollywood, at least that aren't openly right, right?
100%.
It probably has hurt him. Yeah, it probably
and
has hurt him.
even saying that you're neutral is a problem now. You should just not comment. You're better off not commenting than saying you're neutral.
So is this a response to that interview?
Yeah,
that's what CC's suggesting. I could kind of see it. It was recent. It had enough time to write an article.
Well, I was going to say, let her finish making her point.
And then the other thing that my speculation that Perk completely disagrees with is I think that WrestleMania is a competition for Hollywood and live events are for competition for Hollywood. When there's scripted stuff, when they're Netflix is like we just looked at Netflix's slate for this year.
Mm-hmm.
Their most exciting stuff is kind of their live events with Dylan Mullaney wrestling coming, and then Jake Paul versus Tyson. They're heavily experimenting with some high production value live events.
Oh yeah.
And that is competition to scripted stuff on streaming.
Well, yeah, it's also competition to traditional.
And it might be a draw. It might be more a draw than some. Now, if you're talking about HBO is where it's at. And now that Amazon has Fallout, that's where it's at. If you have something like that, but
yeah,
I honestly think that some of these live events are even more of a, I'm not going to keep throwing shade on Zack Snyder because I love him, but more of a draw than some of the Rebel Moon movies. I enjoyed the Rebel Moon movies.
Well,
they
live
get good
events,
views, but I think wrestling is going to get more views.
Well, yeah, live events are always going to get a ton of views. Yeah.
Okay.
And comparing live events to movies are different things.
Well, the engagement's through the roof because people watch till the end too. Like most
you did.
Yeah.
Like you did.
Yeah.
Like you stood till the end.
And it was just really disheartening to see him use that term. And so, I think it probably, as I said, I put a target on him. Okay, but not a huge target because again, the industry didn't go like a bunch of piranhas on this story. So I think
it was a warning shot.
He's still on somewhat steady footing, but that was bad. All right, so here are my thoughts on the Dwayne Johnson situation. I think Dwayne Johnson is a very busy guy. He has a huge empire. He's a businessman. He's interested in maybe getting into politics. He's Dwanta. Who can be Dwanta and do so many make-a-wishes, grant so many make-a-wishes that they would be like this person? It just doesn't fit to me. I see some of you turning on Dwayne Johnson. I mean, I'm disappointed in him using that term, and I hope that he maybe would apologize for it And in
God.
fact, if I were his publicist, I would encourage him to. I would be like, I'd say he should admit to maybe going a little bit too far in the other direction.
Just by
I agree with
saying,
you, Jen. We'll talk
oh
about
my
that
God,
in a moment.
his interview was tame.
But I mean, he does so much good that I can't feel like I just can't feel that he has that much hate inside of him because he's just such a good thing. But I do agree with Jen. Jen said he's pandering to the WWE crowd. I think that his career has been very much hurt by his affiliation with DC.
I think regardless of how volatile
okay, so can I
Yeah.
just say something real quick? I got kind of triggered. I'm not gonna lie, because you know what that's implying? That the WWE audience is like a bunch of conservatives and right wingers, and that is so far from the truth.
Well,
like if you look at WWE's fan base, it is global, it is worldwide, it reaches different genders.
Yeah, but in America, isn't it mostly the
in America,
it's really
no.
Find a poll. This should be easy.
The stereotype is that wrestling is just for hillbillies and right wingers. Like that's the thing. That's the stereotype. Like it's not. It's a global thing. Like there's a ton of women.
Well,
out
you
there
just
who
said
love
another
wrestling.
stereotype though, that right wingers are hillbillies.
Okay. Also, it doesn't even need to. We don't even need to go as far as wrestling. He was in Fox. Okay.
Well, here's my thoughts to make it less.
But I'm just responding to Grace's comment
I know.
about it.
Here's
you
my
know,
thoughts
trying to appeal to
on
WWE crowd.
Rock, regardless of how volatile this next election.
I'm sorry,
is
I
gonna be.
found a study that says the top 5 states for WWE fans are West Virginia, Kentucky, Mississippi, Rhode Island, Louisiana, and then New York. So
Okay.
But WWE is global.
Let me get my point in. I'm sorry, Claudia. Regardless of how volatile this next election year is, now that The Rock is in charge of a whole company, it benefits him to be more neutral. So naturally, I would expect him to go this route. He's in charge of the XFL. He's in charge of wrestling. And it's very different when you're an actor than compared to just like James Gunn. I hope he's been staying off the politics, at least on Twitter. And now that he's ahead of DC and not just the director, it would benefit him not to go too political.
Well,
when you're in this type of position, it's not just an actor. It's not like an actor losing their job. If you say something wrong, you get people upset. It's not going to be good for business. I'm sorry. It's a fact. And I would totally tell The Rock to go more neutral.
But let me ask you: do you agree though that the reason that The Rock went on Fox Nation was he's trying to win over WWE fans?
He is trying to promote and have it to be the biggest event ever since he's in charge.
For all fans.
Once he gets his opportunity, he goes for the best. That's the way.
Because some people were just mad that he went on Fox Nation at all.
He's going to go everywhere.
Who cares?
He's going to go everywhere. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
and in order for to me, I like to be as consistent as possible. And you know how the usual suspects get mad when an actor says, "Oh yeah, that character could be gay" because they're talking to a gay magazine. It's just like sometimes interviews lean a certain way, and even the interviewees lean a certain way for that interview. And I was like, to be consistent is like it goes both ways, man.
Yeah,
it goes both ways.
It does also help Anthony if he does eventually want to get to politics too, not to throw so much shade out there right now, and to be more neutral, gain the love of everyone, the admiration, regardless of your politics. And then if you do want to go into a political campaign in the future, you could say more like, I want to be a uniter than a divider, which I miss. I miss that type of politician.
Right. Yeah. Well, the other thing is, well, I was going to say too, if you rewind by 10 seconds, she talks about DC, and I thought it was funny.
Okay.
Can't feel that he has that much hate inside of him because he's just such a good thing. But I do agree with Jen. Jen said he's pandering to the WWE crowd. I think that his career has been very much hurt by his affiliation with DC and how that ended up blowing up in his face.
Show your Black Adam shirt.
It's a mess. And his career really has not rebounded. He, in fact, had to retreat to the WWE.
No, he's Disney.
See, that's the take, though. That's the take that, because Black Adam failed, his career is failing post DC. He had to go back to WWE, which is
No, he just
That's
goes
not
where
technically true
he
because
goes
like,
where the opportunity is. An opportunity.
well, he's a businessman. Like, and I
You
mean,
let him run his business, man.
Well, no. Because when did
Wow.
he? No, I'm saying when did he become a board member of TKO? Wasn't that like recently?
I don't know. You're the wrestling person. I have no idea.
Yeah, so he was there for the board. He became a board of TKO around about the time when Vince McMahon lost his job.
Okay, so that was like what? January.
All right.
About 2
Taladia
months.
has to head out. Too much
Yeah.
tea. Too much tea for tonight.
No,
Okay,
it's
thank
just
you,
that
Brian. Too much bottles.
It's 5 o'clock in the morning. So
Yeah,
go to
I
bed.
should head out too.
How many
actually.
bottles did you fill?
What do you mean, Phil? I haven't drank anything all day. So.
Okay.
So 3.
Perp, you're leaving too?
I'll stick around a little longer. Go, hurry up. Hurry
All
up.
right.
All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.
All right.
Nice.
I'm just saying though, it's just an odd take to me to say like, well, DC imploded his career, so he has to retreat to WWE. I don't know.
Well, I think some people view it that way. It's
I mean, kinda.
Even in Hollywood, they think it is a down step.
RJ,
go
I
back
think
to
you
wrestling.
said that in other streams.
I don't remember.
I think you did.
Some
I think
myself in another stream.
Well,
Some
no, I wouldn't use the word retreated. I think he just decided like this. I mean, either way,
He wants to control something again, like have a sense of control.
I don't think it's about control.
You don't think so?
I think
Oh,
it's
I
just
think
about I think this is getting back to being an entertainer and just like trying to do something good for the fans.
Do you think he's using any of what he had planned for Black Adam in this new
No.
wrestling? You don't think he's using a single thing?
No, because he became the villain.
And
Which
like Black Adam should have been.
Well, yeah. I don't know.
So maybe
It's like the clip keep rolling. I don't know.
Okay,
My
okay.
brain hurts.
to try and get some fandom back, and that's been a mixed bag because he decided to play the villain role over there, and I think that's like very different from his Hollywood image, and so that's been a little bit hard for some of us who aren't wrestling fans to reconcile. So not only does he have the WWE,
Why is that
wrestling? Why
he
you're not
also-
watching? Who cares?
Well, yeah, that's your argument though, is that if you're not into wrestling, it's very difficult because you see The Rock as a hero, but he's beating a man to a bloody pulp and
Where?
dropping F-bombs and
I'm not
yelling at
watching. I
children
don't
and
watch
babies.
wrestling. I don't
He
watch
was-
wrestling. I don't
he
see
was
any of that
defending a
stuff.
cancer patient.
I don't see any of that stuff. If
But
you're not into wrestling,
that's
you're not
Grace's
getting any of that.
argument though, is that as a non-wrestling fan,
But
him
you're not
being
seeing, as a
villain-
non-wrestling fan, you're not getting that. You're not seeing that.
But if you see it on social media or something, right? I guess
Well,
maybe that's
Well,
right.
Anthony, he's
I'm
not
not
going to go on independent YouTube channels.
No, he would have gone on
He would go
MSNBC,
network
though,
stuff.
Anthony.
Yeah, CNN.
Yeah, I
or
think he's
something.
more interested in the cable.
He's not
stuff.
going to show up on
Young
the-
Turks? You're gonna compare Fox to Young Turks? Oh my God, Cheeseman, you're so cheesy.
Fox Nation, the equivalent would be MSNBC.
Of course, as we all know, with his ex-wife and business partner, Danny Garcia, also owns a football league, right? The XNFL or whatever. And that is really trying to expand. So I think that
The
he
UFL.
really is trying to get in good with whatever group he still has left. And I think that's why he made those comments. I think it was short-sighted. I think it was a very, very, it's the UFL? What a horrible term. That sounds awful. It sounds like a UFO. But I feel
Got
like it's a
him.
really bad move. I think
Dude,
in an
she
effort
got him
to
so good.
maybe move more towards the middle,
So
he swung too
Team
far.
Rock
all
out.
right,
in
here's
shambles.
my proof. Or not Voltaire. Perp.
Perp.
Here's my proof that Hollywood is petty and vicious. If
Everyone is.
Grace is saying, "Oh, this wasn't a good," left-leaning Hollywood, and I'm not against left-leaning people, is tenfold of what she's saying.
By the way, all of this
Amplified of her take on.
Left-leaning Hollywood.
He really
Real-
shouldn't
no,
have.
no, real
He
quick, real
really
Who's the
shouldn't
most
have.
left-leaning? Disney, right? Isn't
No,
The Rock
no.
doing Moana?
Do you know where I'm coming from?
No, no,
Voltaire?
like,
No.
Voltaire,
I
if
get-
she's
no.
like this, that was really not a good look.
Well,
All
no,
he said was
all of
whoa,
this, by the
and,
way,
and it hurt. That hatred.
no,
You
no,
think-
that's
you,
not,
I don't
you don't
like
think Hollywood
overusing
knows
woke.
what he's doing? You don't think Hollywood knows what he's
no,
doing?
but
Chat
here's
knows
the
what
thing,
he's
right?
doing?
Grace's reaction is because The Rock said one word.
Yes. And I'm saying if she is this hung up on that,
You think Hollywood
Hollywood's
really
10
gives a
times
shit?
worse.
You really think
Yes,
Hollywood gives a shit
yes,
about that?
I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's
the
the
article.
that,
came
you know,
We'll find out in
and
Moana. When
Well,
Moana's
Voltaire,
canceled.
I need your help here. What's your take on that?
Well, real
If
quick,
she's
real
like
quick.
this, what do you think Hollywood's
Hollywood
like?
knows
about
what
The
he's
Rock?
doing.
There's people who, come on, you can't deny there's people who, as soon as they saw him on Fox, they were like, oh, you know what I mean?
But
Come on.
that's the whole
What?
point. Well, no,
One
that's
of
the,
us.
That's
You
the
know,
whole point of what Grace
an
is
active SAG member that's actively in projects going on
Fox. It depends who they're talking to. What they're
The
talking
only
about.
the only actors that show up on Fox are like Dean Cain, what's James Woods that doesn't get work
Wait,
anymore.
so actors promoting movies never show up on Fox? I might be confused with what we're talking about.
No, they don't. Not that are active workers.
But no,
What
Not on the cable news.
Tim Caviezel for what was that movie that no one wanted me to see that I still want to see?
I don't
Sound
watch any of this shit, so I don't know what's going on.
Sound of Freedom.
Sound of Freedom. No, if you
So
are in Hollywood,
I'm
if
not
you're
gonna
actively
see if I
working
put
in Hollywood.
Fox News. If I put Fox News,
I listen.
Emily Blunt, Ryan Reynolds promoting.
If
They're not there.
If you no, not on
Okay.
Fox.
But
that's like a that.
But
no.
the whole point of Grace's video, her whole thesis statement is that because The Rock went on Fox Nation and used the word woke and talked about cancel
That was a
culture and
death
woke
sentence.
culture,
I was kind of agree
this
with
rap
Grace.
article was a warning shot.
Because I do watch Fox News. I watch CNN. I watch it all to get all different sides and points of view.
Yeah, but the whole point though is because he went on Fox Nation and used the word woke. This was a warning shot. This rap article was
No, there are two
going
crimes he committed: going on Fox News in the first place, and then saying, "I didn't realize it was Fox when I first saw that clip." Yeah, Fox. I wasn't like looking that much into it, but yeah, going on Fox News as an active SAG card-holding member of Hollywood that still gets active work, and then also going in on anti-woke commentary.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's Grace's thesis statement. That
No, I kind of agree that caused him some issues. Put a target on him. Yeah. Perfect. You don't have any response. I don't see any left leaning Hollywood actors that are active going on Fox at all.
News.
No.
Sure. Okay.
Not at all. I can't think of one.
He's a trailblazer.
I've seen Dean Cain, James Woods. I've seen other, none of them.
Now.
Well, I know I saw a lot of responses to that interview being like, oh, because people were like with the whole, again, I'm not trying to get super political, but like when he said, I'm not going to endorse any more political candidates, they're all like, The Rock's being a coward. He's just trying to like repair his brand. He's trying to like not offend anybody. He won't take any hard stances. And I'm like, that kind of gets into the whole thing that was like, well, is The Rock just an actor or is he a brand? And can
He's
he be
both. He is both. Yeah. More than other people, he's also a brand for sure. Okay, let's finish. We've been spending way too long on this, and Perp has to go.
I have to go, and it's got to go.
The other direction, and I think it was really a mistake. It's just really weird. Hey, JD Gibbs, and I think he talked really poorly about things that I think have benefited him personally, which I also thought was weird. Like, it's like, how can you be against woke when diversity helped him?
Oh, get out of here.
So it was really a bizarre thing to do. Jack mentioned Moana, so we're going to talk about that in a moment, actually. But it was just really bizarre.
Moana.
So we'll see.
That's prejudice too, because okay, go ahead, Perp. I was going to give a really important point that Grace is actually being prejudiced here.
And I'll leave.
Saying because he is of a certain ethnicity that he should just be happy about woke and not criticize it. That's very insulting to a lot of people.
Sure.
That's a prejudice thing that Grace
I don't even know what woke means.
I'm insulted by that comment.
No. I mean that's that you have to think a certain way just because of the color of your skin.
Well, that's what. Well, because I know Voltaire, you had an audible reaction, but so
that's pretty cringe coming from an older white woman in the industry.
I was going to ask though.
No,
all right. I love everyone. You guys are great.
Why are you mad at me for that?
I'm not.
You should be happy you got your job because it benefited you. That's also implying potentially what anti-SJWs say, that you didn't get it on your own merits, and then saying you should be happy and you should think a certain way. That's extremely prejudiced. Why can't we have the same energy and consistency here and call that out?
What? I wasn't paying attention. What you ask?
All right, go empty your pee bottles and go to bed.
Jesus Christ, thank you. God damn, I have the poor PA guy holding my goddamn pee bottle right now.
He's just going to play it. No, am I off base there, Voltaire?
Well, no, what I was going to ask is, that's what I was going to ask Voltaire, because he had an audible reaction to that. It seems like the implication is that The Rock got his career basically, or like he's benefited from perceived wokeness because he's a person of color.
Yeah, that's
So,
insulting.
Like the idea is that because he's a diverse person who could add diversity to a cast.
She basically just said what anti-SJW say is like you're a diversity hire, which is very insulting. You shouldn't say that about,
That's it. That's why I had.
Am I wrong? Why people are shocked at what I'm saying?
That's the one that said it. What else is the implication?
She's the one that said it. Just because she's progressive doesn't mean that she can F up too. Like, I'm not trying to cancel her or anything, but not cool. That's all I'm saying.
That raises an interesting question, though. Did The Rock only get successful because of his skin color?
According to Grace,
because of his work ethic, which is being attacked right now, and his brand. He had a built-in fan base already, and he goes for it.
Right. He's part of a very prominent wrestling family. Exactly, Jade. Her point was that, hey, you benefited from diversity hires and wokeness. How can you say this stuff? That's exactly what you just said. Mm-hmm. I don't know how else to interpret.
I mean, if an anti-SJW said this and it wasn't her, we would jump all over that.
Because, like, if you look at The Rock, like, he didn't really have a traditional career in terms of getting into Hollywood, right? He was a wrestler first and became a wrestler actor. And that's a very different pathway from most actors who would enter the business. He was already a mega star, a mega huge name, just like before you made the movie.
In wrestling, and then he became for a while, he was the #1 action star out there. You know what I mean? So, yeah, he's a unique talent. To say that he benefited from diversity, but from wokeness, I think is.
Well, I don't want to overdo it on that, but I don't think that was. I'm not. Whatever. Grace made a mistake by saying that. Whatever. But I don't think it's cool though to say that. All right. I really want to finish this because
let's see here. I've got lost in my notes here. Oh yeah. So I think that by using that term, I think it makes it difficult for him to work in Hollywood. All right. I think everybody's waiting to see what kind of numbers he posts. But he doesn't have a lot of projects coming up. This Red One is big for him. Maybe that's why somebody's trying to kill it. Because he has Red One dropping on Amazon this holiday season. Remember, they're supposed to have tons of merch that ties into it and everything. Remember, it was billed as a huge play. Okay. Boone Kawhi, you might say that it wasn't diversity that helped Dwayne Johnson, but don't forget that one of the most popular things he did when he started was he did the Hulk version of Barack Obama.
What?
Oh my God.
That was huge for him.
Oh my God, Grace.
And so
are you
I
serious?
really think it's a mistake.
I love you, sweetheart, but come on.
What? No one even remember. I don't even remember that.
Well, it was hilarious, but that's not the thing that made him famous.
What?
I didn't get that far actually. I kind of stopped a little bit before that. I didn't get this.
The Hulk version of Barack Obama?
You never saw that?
It
was hilarious.
One of the big things that helped him get big and launch his career.
Bow to.
Hey, I think that premiered on a Saturday Night Live episode, didn't it?
Yeah, I think that's when he hosted SNL.
Yeah, he was hosting it.
Thank you, Jade.
So he was big enough to host SNL.
This is what happens when
then he
you're
did
not
that
a wrestling fan. Like you just don't know.
She is way out of her element here, just like she was with the Super Mario.
Yeah, I have to tell you, Grace.
Wow. I just wanted to hear what you have to say about Moana. Stop putting your foot in your mouth.
Out of this, like I think that if he wants to get into politics, he'd have to leave entertainment because the name of the game in entertainment is casting as wide a net as possible. Like, I think
yes, when did Donald Trump stop doing The Apprentice? A couple years, and then he's ran for president. No,
Arnold Schwarzenegger ran on a very conservative platform.
Yeah.
I would love it if he went into politics as a uniter, not a divider.
He basically, oh my God. Saying I want to be neutral is not division. Oh my God. Oh my god, I'm face palming right now. I'm done. I'm sorry. This was very interesting. RJ, this is the most painful one I've ever seen of Grace. I usually
Really?
think
Is that painful?
Yes, saying just because
I don't
he
like
said
to criticize.
woke,
I
the
usually
rest
like
of his
it.
the only thing he said was woke. The rest of his commentary was all like, I would prefer not to get involved. I want to be focused on other things. I think that's all
I mean, most of the interview
positive.
was about wrestling.
Yeah. He's a divider because he says he doesn't want to pick a side. No, you should honestly, the way everything is right now, if someone says I don't want to talk about it, you should respect that. You know, especially at like family dinner. Like someone said around Thanksgiving, my grandma says if you start talking about politics, you don't get pie. I think it should be a rule for everyone. You know, it's politics. It is important. What's happening in the world is important, but don't let it rule your life, please.
So do you think that The Rock is in danger of working in Hollywood again because he used the word woke?
I think he's got his enemies. I think he's going to be fine certain places. I think if Moana 2 does well and the live action Moana, no one's going to care.
Yeah. Well, basically, it seems like Moana 2 and this Red One movie have to do well if he wants a career. Which is, I don't know. It's just the whole thing is just so stupid to me. Just like, I don't know. I just got a little triggered being like, oh, he's trying to appeal to conservatives now and like WWE fans. I'm just like, oh my God. I don't know.
Well, yeah, she led into the stereotype for sure.
There is that perception, though, RJ, right? That
I mean, I'm not. I honestly,
yes, but like, if you look at it though, like they've done. There's so many women who are into wrestling now more than ever before. And it's a global brand.
Take the wrestling out of it, RJ. A lot of people right leaning are into sports in general.
Yeah.
Now it's more entertainment than sports for wrestling, but it's still got that aspect to it.
I know.
It's still got the competition thing, so it does benefit him to go more neutral for various reasons. And honestly, if you're in charge of a company, I think that Voltaire, what would you do? You wouldn't be commenting on anything if you were in charge of WWE.
He was trying to pump up the WWE. He was trying to pump up WWE. That's I mean, he went. Look, I think he went on Fox for a reason. I don't agree with you, RJ, on that. He knew what he was doing when he went on Fox.
It's not that people are afraid. It's that other people. Anthony, this is a great comment because it's not that people are afraid to share their opinion. It's that people are deranged about their political opinions on both sides. That they can't let things go. They're unhinged on both sides at their politics for their whole life. And they won't, Well,
I would say
it's society that can't let go.
Well, I would say too, there's value in if you're not educated about something, you don't necessarily need to have an opinion on it.
Yeah, exactly. Not everyone has to throw their uneducated opinion on everything. Not everyone has to have an opinion on every single question. And if it was as simple as you could say your politics and then everyone would be like, oh, okay, then I would say everyone should share it. But is that the world we live in, Voltaire? Where if you just share your opinion, that it's just like, ooh, okay.
No, it doesn't work.
It's not the world. It doesn't work like that. So that's why I respect. It's not that people are afraid. It actually takes great strength to say, you know what? I'm doing my own thing. I don't want to be consumed by a comment because you'll be asked about that. If imagine being on a press tour, 100. It's not like you make a comment and it's not going to come up 100 more times as well. We get sick of talking about certain things. What if
Right, yeah.
He said much worse things when he went on Joe Rogan. Truthfully, I mean, and
that probably didn't help me. She probably didn't even know that. If she would have known he was on Joe Rogan. Okay, so let's just do a little. I know it's late. Let's just do a little bit of good news of Twitter. So Nick Jonas and Paul Rudd are set to star in Power Ballad, a musical comedy from John Carney, who directed Once and Sing Street. They are currently filming in Dublin.
All
right. Dog pull. Is this your next dog, RJ?
This is my what?
Are you were you planning to get another dog like this hairless dog pull?
No, my mother would never let that in the house.
She wouldn't let that in the house?
No, she'd be scared of it.
Okay. Okay, so this is the voice cast for Spider-Man 94, the voice actor. He says, "Hey everyone, I just want to say thanks for all the positivity. Spoiler warning for this week's episode surrounding the idea of Spider-Man 98 revival. I've honestly loved to participate in such an awesome venture. Unfortunately, I haven't been contacted by anyone regarding the possibility, and also currently have no connection to the X-Men 97 show. But hey, let's remember Stanley and remain true believers. Maybe I'll get the magical phone call, have to sign an NDA, and go weirdly silent on the issue. Here's hoping." Oh, so he didn't actually. It was just the image of Spider-Man. He didn't talk, I don't think. So let's.
Here's the thing, though. It's kind of going to be sad. I don't think that they'll do a Spider-Man 97 or 98 until that other Spider-Man cartoon comes out and is completed. Because they want to focus on that the Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man show.
Well, if it gets bad views, it's not going to get. It's probably not going to get renewed.
I think it'll be good though. I think it'll be good. I do think that they'll do.
RJ, did you buy Stellar Blade?
Yes, I did. I own a copy. It's sitting in my room right now. I haven't played it yet though. I'm playing something else at the moment. I was sick, so I didn't get a chance to play it yet. But I'm going to.
Did you buy it for the gameplay?
Yeah, it looked like a good game.
I know it looked good. What do you? Are you hashtag freeing Stellar Blade?
I don't give a crap. I'm just here to enjoy the game.
Okay. Well, this is some mashup of Stellar Blade and Kill Bill. If now I keep hearing it's actually a decent game. It looked generic to me, but
the hell's going on in Chucky?
Chucky is real gross little rubber tongue. Wow, this is on USA.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's hot.
What's your favorite Quentin Tarantino movie?
They don't have them all up, but okay.
I would go Kill Bill, Pulp Fiction, Reservoir Dogs.
For me, it's Pulp Fiction and Django Unchained. Django is probably his best movie though. Like it's tough between that and Pulp Fiction for me. But I love Django. Django's such a good movie.
Pulp Fiction is one of the films ever made.
This is awesome. So there's a fighting game YouTuber called Maximilian Dude. RJ knows him.
Yeah, I know.
And he is actually fronting money for fan-funded Marvel vs. Capcom games, and they are redoing Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. Did you see this, RJ?
No, I didn't see this. What the hell?
Yeah, so he's already done for Marvel vs. Capcom 3. He's actually paid people to mod it and put new characters in. Now they're working on Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, and they're using shaders. They're in the very early stages, and he's I don't know how he's doing this without Capcom stepping in or Marvel stepping in and doing like I don't even say
probably because the franchise is on ice again. So
it's fan funded, but the thing is, if it looks so professional, this is gonna get the attention of Capcom.
Well, honestly, Disney is so weird because for whatever reason, Disney just doesn't want to do more Marvel vs. Capcom. Capcom wants to do more of this. And I feel like now, post Street Fighter 6, they could take a lot of that team and what they learned with that game, because it's a fantastic game, and apply it to Marvel vs. Capcom. It'd be a really awesome special game. It probably saw a lot of copies too.
But this is just playing around with filters and stuff. So Maximilian Dude, he's on Twitter saying he's going to fund this somehow, and it's going to be fan funded. More props to you, Maximilian Dude. I don't know how. I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to have to start. The modding community and the fan projects are getting so good that I'm going to have to start downloading. Like, there's a Star Wars fighting game that someone's been working on for years.
Well, yeah, the WWE 2K24 game, there's like a lot of users who make like their own user-generated content you can download in the game, like costumes and different wrestlers and like stages and stuff. Like, it's pretty cool what people can make. So,
well, do you think this looks better though already?
Yeah, I like the art style a lot better. Visually, it looks. Yeah, the Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite was not a good game.
I actually really like the game.
I mean, it's okay. Visually, though, that game's not very good, pretty to look at.
So they punched it up. They gave these.
Yeah, that art style is a lot more visually pleasing, for sure.
So I thought that was really cool. Here's some more. Even compared to what I had just a few days ago, the cell shader has seen dramatic improvements. So it's a project they're working on. I don't want to share that one. Are they using that like James Gunn thing to change Darth Vader into where?
No,
Superman
that's from the final episode of the Clone Wars.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is. No, that is. That's the final episode of the Clone Wars.
Okay, I believe you. I would love to see Superman versus Darth Vader. Here's some more scenes. I know I'm going over. I'm really excited about this. I think they need more stages. That was my biggest problem with that game.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Voltaire, would you be doing this? Oh my goodness.
Would you do this, Max?
No.
No, I'm watching these videos of these idiots.
What?
This is probably not real though. It's probably AI.
He's probably doing on the green screen.
This is not in America either.
It's not in America. Okay, this is fake. Fake news.
I hope it's fake.
Adam Wingard, he's going to do another Godzilla X Kong movie, it says. Because
they also announced today that he's going to be directing an A24 thriller action horror movie.
So someone's revisiting Adam Wingard's The Guest. I never even heard of this movie.
Yeah, that was one of his first movies, The Guest. Yeah, it stars.
No idea what it's about. There's a jack-o'-lantern in the back.
Yeah, the guest stars Dan Stevens. It's a horror.
Oh, Dan Stevens.
Yeah, it's a thriller movie.
Okay.
I think it was his first film.
Voltaire, you think you're to watch Unfrosted? You still?
Oh, I'm gonna watch it. Yeah, it's the first Seinfeld movie for a long time. You know,
I might give it a chance. Although it has the tag team of Melissa McCarthy and Amy Schumer.
Oh no!
I didn't realize they're both in there.
Oh no!
That is significant. That's the two most. Listen. I don't mind Melissa McCarthy or Amy Schumer.
This is getting added.
Amy Schumer's political comments online were pretty insane, especially during the Gaza conflict. Not to get into that.
Yeah, Amy Schumer is so cringe. I can't stand her.
But that combination there, boy, Jerry, you picked some winners.
Maybe because they're the only people who wanted to be in his movie. They could actually afford to get.
Oof.
Yeah.
Oh, Melissa, yes.
Maybe they were the only ones willing to work with them.
Yeah, Amy Schumer is not funny, man. I mean,
I think she's fine.
The whole bit.
I watched some of her.
The only good movie. The only good movie that
she's had accusations that she steals jokes.
Yeah, the only good movie she's in is Trainspotting. That's it. That's the only good movie, and then everything else just like that one was a fluke. I feel like
Jerry Seinfeld's directorial debut, Unfrosted, tomorrow. In 1963, Michigan business rivals Kellogg's and Post compete to create a cake that could change breakfast forever. I really wanted some Pop-Tarts after I've been seeing this. I gotta watch my weight too. I gotta
get some strawberry.
I would really like. They have some great limited edition Pop-Tarts back in the day. A Pop-Tart will rise. It's got this guy from 30 Rock.
Wow.
And this guy, I've seen him before. And this guy from Reno 911. You know?
Yeah. I mean, I know this was a passion project for Jerry because he loves
Pop-Tarts.
And I always wanted to make this movie. So
I never knew he liked Pop-Tarts before.
Is that really why he made it? Really?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. This was a passion. Like he's always wanted to make a movie about Pop-Tarts. This has been like a dream project for him. He always wanted to make this movie.
Wow, Jade says it's from past comedians. Really? I don't know.
I have no clue why Jerry Seinfeld's obsessed with Pop-Tarts.
He should have just hired to get James Franco as well. That's that looks. I like this scene. That does look funny. Okay. All right. So that's for Pop-Tarts. It comes out. I didn't realize it comes out so quick.
It comes out tomorrow.
The Fall Guy is tracking to earn 35 to 40 million domestic box office weekend.
I hope he does well. I'm going to see it tomorrow night.
Nausicaa Valley of the Wind, Studio Ghibli. It's returning.
Yeah, they're doing the Summer of Ghibli Festival again.
I did not see Boy and the Heron.
I did.
Is it good?
Yeah, I enjoyed it. It was pretty good.
My wife loves Studio Ghibli, and I should have taken her to see it. Now that I could just buy it somewhere.
I mean, they do the Studio Ghibli Fest every year, so you can always go and see the movies.
Here's a dog and a puppy. Now brings me no joy to say this puppy would be in serious trouble with my dog. Unfortunately, Callie would not let this happen. She is ridiculous about her toys and food.
They get along though.
I know that was good. That's a good dog. That's not my dog. DC really believed that this was their answer to Deadpool's major success.
It worked though. The first movie was a hit.
Joe loved it.
Oh, a kitty on a statue. Oh, here's the I really don't. I'm actually thinking about stopping soda and pop again.
Coca-Cola. Yeah, because I bought a case of Coke and it's a Daredevil case. It's all Daredevil, but they also have like Red Hulk and like some other characters that are popping up on them.
That's cool. I should actually. I'm thinking about stopping pop again. The Boys season 4. I'll wrap up soon because I know people are getting tired.
I'm fine. I can go for another like 4 hours.
I can't believe this was a scene. They stole this from X-Men Evolution, which is another good X-Men series from Buffy. Look.
No, this is inspired by Buffy.
Oh, really?
Yeah. God, Rogue in that show. Oh my God.
What? Wait, what?
No, I'm just saying, like, Rogue in that show was just amazing. Rogue was like.
I really, if you like X-Men 97, I say don't stop there. Go to X-Men Evolution.
That's X-Men Evolution was the one I grew up watching. That was my X-Men cartoon growing up. So.
Does this scare you at all, Voltaire? Objects in the mirror closer than they appear.
That's hilarious.
This is by the absolute troll that just. I even retweeted this, but this guy was so intense after Rian Johnson.
This is terrifying.
Yeah.
Do you ever think it'll get made?
No. PS3 or Xbox 360?
I had both, so
you can only pick one.
Well, I loved my 360, but it kept getting the red ring of death
you have to get the second version.
Yeah, well, we did get the second version eventually. We have an R2D2 themed one.
I want that one so bad.
Yeah, we got that one.
You still have it?
Yeah, we still got it. And the C-3PO controller, too. It's all old and dusty, and it's probably going to get cleaned and restored, but yeah, we got it.
I'm so jealous. That's the one, like, I want to get one for my upstairs, too, because I have a huge 360 collection, and that's the one I want. There's, like, special editions of the 360. There's, like, a Call of Duty one. There's a Halo one, but...
Yeah, I like the PS3 a lot. That's in good games for sure. I always loved using it as a Blu-ray player.
We still got to get Voltaire into gaming. He's planning to get a PS5 eventually.
Yeah, I'll get it.
I do want to. This I did not know this was coming. This was being developed at all. The Simpsons May the 12th Be With You.
Yeah, they do a bunch of Simpsons shorts on Disney Plus. They've done one short.
Oh, it's not a full.
Yeah, it's a short. Yeah, it's a short. They did one with Marvel where Tom Hiddleston plays Loki. They did a bunch of Star Wars ones. This is like the 4th or 5th Star Wars.
I wish it was a full episode. Remember the Family Guy?
I know, I missed those. You know that Seth MacFarlane, they were gonna do a Family Guy prequel trilogy of episodes, but it never got made. It's so sad.
Oh, now I usually do not fall for these like one game contraptions or the Tiger handhelds. It's so similar to that, but Tetris is one of my favorite games of all time. I actually really love the Tetris movie too. It was great. I recommend everyone watch that movie. So I may want to track this down. Tetris and
Seven. The Tetris movie, just briefly.
Someone obtains the rights, and they think they obtained the rights to Tetris, and they work a deal with Nintendo, but they found out they didn't. And to secure the rights, they have to go to Russia to find the creator of Tetris and wrestle with the government in Russia to even get Tetris the rights, because the government is trying to. It's a communist country, so they're trying to.
Yeah, it's basically
they're trying to code over what their citizen created. So he also has to try to work with the government there. Yeah.
Yeah, it's basically about the making of Tetris.
Yeah. It's very interesting. Does that intrigue you at all, Voltaire? No.
Sounds like a documentary.
It's more fun though. They do take liberties. They
would be
spice it up.
Yeah, I'll look it up. Check into it.
Yeah, I love that movie. It's not. Me and my mom watched it. We're like, this is sort of like White Knights, but a lot less high risk than White Knights back in the day. The Unexplained with William Shatner on the History Channel. It's great that he's still doing things. The Mysteries of the Universe.
God, the man's in his 90s. Good for him.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, go back up.
Oh, yeah. Here's the last thing I wanted to cover with some of these things from Universal. I do want to, in a couple of years, 2025, 2026, get down there.
Did you see that they announced Super Nintendo World for Epic Universe? And they showed what's going to have.
Yeah.
It's going to open with Donkey Kong Country as one of the lands, and it's going to have a minecart roller coaster that like shoots you out of a barrel and you hover in the air. That's
amazing.
So that means there's a Donkey Kong Country movie coming, right?
Yes.
Well, probably another.
You're right. That also is a big indicator. They did hint at that. Here's some more scenes.
Wait, go back up.
Here.
No, not to that. It was above. It was a pick 3.
Where?
Go back up.
Oh, that's just about monsters.
Yeah, which one would you pick? Pick 3.
I really like Hellboy, even though it's not a.
Well, it's an option. They're giving you an option to pick them. So,
The Bride. I want some diversity there. Hellboy, The Bride, and Imhotep. Wolfman.
I'm going Dracula, Imhotep, and Hellboy. I'd be unstoppable.
Voltaire, now you have to pick 3.
I'll take Dracula, the Bride, and Countess Zaleska, whatever she is.
I don't know who she is. You're intrigued, huh? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let me just show.
Oh,
here it is.
Enter Super Nintendo World through the iconic green pipe, and one
gonna get me. Super Nintendo World.
Yeah, I'm excited for the Donkey Kong Country stuff because that's going to be brand new. Look, go back real quick. Like, look at that slow-mo. They said that that's real. You get launched out the barrel and you hover in the air. Like, how is that possible? And they said like
they have an invisible-looking track. It's the track's there, but
they said like
see-through.
Like it's all like the ride will have like no screens, like no LCD screens. It's all like actual built sets. Yeah, it's gonna be a Yoshi ride too and everything. Because the one in California doesn't have the Donkey Kong stuff. It's too small. It can't fit it. But this, oh my God, it's blue milk.
Oh, here's a bigger.
Look at that Donkey Kong.
Yeah, here's the Donkey Kong. All right, let's take just a big look at the Donkey Kong.
Really looks like it's a runaway minecart.
Yeah,
that looks so cool.
That's a big hit. Okay, we'll just do a few questions, and I apologize. It's a late night, everyone. If that's okay.
You apologizing?
Ran later than I was expecting today.
Wow, these are normal streamlines. They used to be the normal ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, who are you apologizing to? RJ?
Everybody.
Okay.
I want everyone to have a good time. You know, I really do. I want to call Joe as well. I sent him a text. I feel bad. I didn't mean to talk over him. All right, so here is the topics that our good pal Jacob McKenzie holding down the mailbag. If it wasn't for you, Jacob, I wouldn't have a mailbag. I really appreciate it. Oh, wait, Anthony Cheeseman got in there. Are you a pancake or a waffle guy? Wow.
That's a legitimate
I
question.
love them both, but like a good Belgian waffle. No, pancakes with syrup. I gotta go pancakes. I love them both though. Maybe is there a way to combine them? Do pancake waffles? I don't know. You guys got to answer. Pancakes or waffles?
So my instinct is pancakes, obviously, but like you, whenever I have a good waffle, I'm like, man, why don't I eat waffles more than I eat pancakes? But I still have to go pancakes.
Mm-hmm.
RJD, I have to go pancakes as well, but I do enjoy both.
Yeah. And then he also asked, what's the best movie experience you had in your life? One of them was Star Wars The Phantom Menace, the first new Star Wars movie that I saw in the theater, and I still love it. There's lots of great things in there.
Nisa, love it.
Yeah, I think it's fun. The pod racing scene was epic. John Williams, even though he's done great work after, that's some of the most new scores he's done in a movie. Another one is I got that feeling again with Dune 2. Dune 2 was amazing. Another great one was Spider-Man with all the Spider-Men together. No Way Home.
Oh,
No Way Home.
Yeah.
But I honestly, as time passed, it's less exciting than it was at the time. You know what I mean? But I'm sure another one's going to be this year with Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yeah.
Do you want to contribute any of your best movie experiences?
Probably Endgame and No Way Home would probably be the two I would.
Oh, Matrix too. Matrix in theater. I didn't know what I was going to get. I saw it right early, before people start talking about it.
Yeah, for me, even though I know comic book fans hate it, I was on Brucifer's panel and they killed me on it. The first Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, when I saw it in theaters, that blew my mind. Like,
X-Men too. Yeah, for me.
Yeah, like I said, wow, they got the powers right.
Oh,
yeah, when I saw the Nightcrawler scene in X-Men.
Oh, definitely Infinity War and Endgame too. And the first Avengers. Like seeing the first Avengers actually come together, like they're doing it. Mm-hmm. And then look where we're at now. They actually did it. Mm-hmm. And Justice League.
Oh, and Lord of the Rings, the first.
And Lord of the Rings. Not till the Two Towers, though. I wasn't sold on Lord of the Rings till Two Towers. Fellowship is still kind of weak to me. It's just like, it's good, but Two Towers are where it really comes together. X2. Oh, Jade, we love Jacob. He helps a lot. We'll do 3 of Jacob's, then we'll call it a night. Thoughts on 92 minutes is the ideal length for moving, according to a survey of over 2,000 people. Only 2% of respondents said they would be happy with the movie being over 2 hours and 30 minutes long. I would be one of the 2%, but honestly, if that amount on a survey said that, you should consider it, honestly.
Did they interview a bunch of babies? Like,
lower retention?
Want to watch 90-minute movies? Like what?
Younger generations want a lower retention, and honestly, you could sell more ads that way. I honestly, after covering movie talk and trailers so much, I really despise preview trailers. Like 30 minutes. That's why I fell asleep. Godzilla X Kong. I was like, I've seen every single one of these trailers.
So you have to look at this from a studio head. If you're a studio head, outside of like your auteurs, like, your James Camerons and your, what's his name? Not Ted Nolan, Nolan movies. Are you really going to let people, you're going to push those 92-minute movies because that's what the fans want, or that's what the normies want. You can't ignore that figure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can't ignore it. I would say, honestly, who is asking for a longer runtime, and you don't want to handcuff artistic direction, but you gotta rein some of these in some of them time now, because the retention and attention spans have gone down, honestly, and there's so much competition for your attention besides just movies, TV shows, streaming, video games, music, you know, social media is also takes up a lot of people's time. People have less time. Can you imagine? I always say embarrassment of riches. We used to have to wait for entertainment. Now you could just, everything's there. You know how even to get a rental. Remember how long Voltaire? I don't want to date you. I'll date myself, I guess. No. Remember how long you had to wait between a movie getting out of theaters until it was in Blockbuster? It was like a year sometimes.
Right.
You know, now it's like 2 months after it's
or you do it illegally even quicker, right?
Yeah. You didn't have the illegal option then, not until it got to Blockbuster, and they had copy protection. Okay. John Carpenter doesn't get the hype surrounding Christopher Nolan's Oppenheimer. Oppenheimer was okay. It was all right. Everyone praising it as the movie of the century. I don't know about that.
Oof, John Carpenter.
I kind of agree with him. I mean, it was good. The acting was what was really on point for me. It wasn't like the direction was deep. I mean, Christopher Nolan's solid director, definitely. But I didn't like see anything like next level direction wise. It was just the ensemble cast was a great set of actors. That's what really sold the movie to me, was the acting ability of all of them. I forget Robert Downey, Cillian Murphy, Josh Hartnett also did a great job, which surprised me. You know. Okay.
Well, apropos to the prior topic, I haven't had the time to sit down the time to watch that whole movie. You know that?
Oppenheimer?
Yeah, I haven't gotten around to it.
Okay. It was quite an experience in IMAX. It kind of hurt my ears. It was so loud. Kevin Feige advised. Yeah, this was very interesting. Kevin Feige advised Hugh Jackman against returning as Wolverine. I said, don't come back. You had the greatest ending in history with Logan. That's not something we should undo. He wouldn't be blamed if it doesn't turn out well, apparently. But there was another quote from Hugh that said, when I thought about the opportunity, I said, would I have fun? And I think he said yes. And I really think that's what you should go with. Are you going to have fun? Don't worry about what people say or don't say. Are you going to have fun doing this? And that really, and that's what I want to hear, not what the Daniel Craig crybaby says. I'd rather than come back as James Bond. It's, am I going to have fun being Wolverine? You see the difference there, Voltaire? That's why I can't stand you, Daniel Craig.
I also think, besides the money being backed up to his house, I also think he missed playing the character. No, what if I told you that? I really think he did.
Of course, he's getting buttloads of money, but I think he just wants to do it. I think he just wanted to be with Ryan Reynolds. They have a lot of fun, So that's my thoughts. I don't know, RJ, anything to add about Hugh Jackman coming back and what Kevin Feige told him and what he decided? He stepped out. Okay. Last question. Here we go. Talking about Nintendo. Thoughts on Wes Ball says he will do all he can to make fans happy with his live action Legend of Zelda film. I will go to the ends of the earth to make sure that it is the movie we all hope it will be. That's great. I'm happy Nintendo is making a lot of people happy with the Mario movie, and I hope that success continues into the live action Zelda. I also would prefer a live action instead of animation for that one specifically. I would kind of like an old 80s, late 80s, early 90s fantasy style vibe for that. So yeah, great things coming from Nintendo. I appreciate RJ and Voltaire being here. And if you would be so kind, Voltaire, is to take us out.
Good night and good luck, everyone.